Ready?
We're ready. We are ready.
All right, I hereby call this meeting to order. This is the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Enforcement Special Magistrate hearing for September 26th, 2024. Cases will be heard in the order which they appear on the agenda. When you hear your case called, go ahead and proceed to the podium in front of me. The city will put on its testimony and evidence first. You'll have an opportunity to review any of the testimony and review any of the evidence presented, then present me with any of your own testimony or evidence. This is a quasi-judicial hearing, which means the formal rules of evidence do not apply here. However, all testimony is taken under oath under penalty of perjury. So if you're going to testify today, or you think you might testify, or there's a possibility that you might testify, I'd ask that you rise and raise your right hand so I can swear you in. You swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be truthful and accurate under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of Florida.
Yes.
Please be seated. So we can call their first case.
Okay, we're going to go to page 7 of the agenda, item number 30, case number 24-302, property address of 1740 11th Avenue North. Property owner is Claudius Brown. Officer Dale.
Thank you.
Officer Letisa Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. The owner's name, address, and case number has been read into the record. This case was initiated as a field observation on February 13th, 2024. Existing violations are 12-18, garbage, trash, and debris. 15-39, unregistered vehicles on the property. 2-75.6.2, expired permit number 17-1258. And to remove all dirt buildup from the property to include all concrete walkway areas, rear and front porch areas, structures, etc. 23.6-1, dirt and bare spot areas on the landscape. 23.4-10, vehicles parked on the landscape. 2-75.9, landscape debris throughout the entire property. And 275.6.6, repair broken fire extinguisher housing on the rear structure. A courtesy notice of violation was issued via door hanger number 14173. The property was re-inspected on September 12, 2024 and found to be in noncompliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on June 11, 2024, and the certified mail was returned. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on June 13, 2024. The last reinspection was on September 18, 2024, and found to be in noncompliance. There has been photographs of the property taken showing the violations, and the city has had personal contact with the property owners. The city's recommendation time is October 29, 2024, with a $50 per day fine and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 29, 2024.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Claudius Brown.
And sir, you're the owner of this property?
Yes, sir.
So tell me anything you'd like me to know, sir.
Well, the degree on the property is like those truck come on the property and they walk and they dig up the place. And I never know what to do. So I keep on waiting on them. So I go to work and then I start to get some dump and fill up the property back. So now the car, I have that car and the car is paid for, and then I never get the title. And then afterward, my daughter start to drive the car and it run out, it burn out the engine. And when it burn out the engine, then I decide to scrap the car. But then no, the scrap people them who will take it because I never have a title. And these are almost a new car. So right now, it's still on the property. She can know that I'm cutting it up, but I don't finish yet. And the driveway, I try to get the driveway. I dig up the driveway because grass did in there, so I dig up the driveway. But I never get a permit for the concrete as yet. So
Well, I mean,
shortly,
to be honest, sir, it sounds like there's quite a bit that's at issue here. And have you had an opportunity to talk to the code officer about what's going on your property?
I hear that she did come there the other day, but I was at the doctor office.
Have you spoken to him? You said you had contact with him?
When I first sighted the property, yes, I did, but that was a while ago. When I went there recently, he wasn't there, but there was other people on the property. They didn't speak to me though.
Do you have other people living on your property, sir?
Yes,
Is there any reason to believe that this can't be done by October 29th?
this
I believe it
October.
can.
So the
September.
city's asking me to give you till October 29th to bring these things into compliance, but there's a fair amount of work here for you to do.
Yes, sir, I have a fair amount because the concrete costs around $2,000 and I'm trying to make up the money to pave it. And otherwise the little roof, the guy who doing the roof is sick, but I'm going to try. He live in Georgia, but he coming back, and then I think I will finish it by, if you give me till January, close up everything. Please, ma'am.
Your Honor, the city would be okay with January.
Magistrate, may I please put on the record that 23.4-4 has been complied?
Yes.
Thank you. And the
Does the
city
city
is
have a
okay
specific
with,
date in mind in January? Probably not New Year's, I'm gonna guess.
January 24th, 2025.
I'm gonna give you till the January 24th,
Thank
but
you,
there's a
sir.
fair amount to do, and I'd recommend that you speak directly with the code officer.
Thank you, sir.
You know, maybe even make an appointment so that she can come out and walk you through your property so you understand exactly what you need to do, okay?
Thank you, sir.
In case 240302, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I found the property in violation of 1218, 1539, 275.6.2, 23.6-1, 23.4-10, 275.9, and 2-75.6.6. I specifically adopt the testimony of the code officer as the nature of those violations. I give the respondent until January 24th, 2025 to bring the property into compliance, or a fine of up to $50 per day may issue. I assess costs in the amount of $425.29.
Okay, now we're going to go to page 8 of the agenda. Item number 32, case number 24-884, property address of 1720 Sunset Avenue. Property owner is Efren Ruiz and Alfredo Palacios. Officer Dale.
Good morning, sir. Thank you.
Officer Letisa Dale with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. The owner's name, address, and case number has been read into the record. This case was initiated as a field observation on June 3rd, 2024. Existing violations are 23.4-4. The owner has removed the wooden fence, but he put up another fence without a permit. And as of September 25th, 2024, the owner did submit or pay for a permit application to be submitted. 23.2-21, permits are needed for the following: added pavers in the rear, the structure added to the property between 2011 and 2013, and plumbing in the rear that needs to be routed underground. All other violations have been complied. The property was re-inspected on September 16th, 2024, and found to be in noncompliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on June 13th, 2024, and the certified mail was returned. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on June 17th, 2024. The last re-inspection was on September 17th, 2024. and found to be in noncompliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is October 29th, 2024, with a $50 per day fine and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 29th, 2024.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Alfredo Palacios?
Mr. Palacios, you are the owner of the property?
Yes,
The city is claiming you put up a fence without a permit and you have a structure in the rear and some pavers that were put in without a permit. Is that correct?
yes,
The city wants to give you till October 29th to bring this into compliance. Is that enough time for you, sir?
yes. Yes, sir.
Is he going to be able to get the permit in time for that?
Already getting my permits, so yesterday to the last time I paid for my permits, for the two permits.
Did you
that
do
I
both permits for both the,
need. Yeah,
the,
the pay.
and then there's a plumbing issue here as well, right?
I'm sorry?
The plumbing has to be undergrounded, I guess?
No, it's nothing. It's only one pipe. I cut it up and I'm not doing nothing there. It's only cut it, eliminate.
Okay, so you're,
Every-
so you
everything I-
think you'll be fully complied by the 29th?
Yeah, it's only already paid for and it's only taking time to go to inspector again. It's already paid for my permits, the two permits I needed.
Anything further from the city?
Barry Schultz, building official, City of Lake Worth Beach. He applied for the pavers and the fence permits on September 25th. I think that the October date might be a little ambitious. I think it would take a little longer than that going through, just my experience with going through planning and zoning on the pavers and the fence.
Yeah, that
And he
was
hasn't even
mine.
applied for the other structure as of yet.
November should be good.
November's.
Yeah.
November
I think it's plenty.
20th.
November 20th, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to give you that extended time, but please note that the city official pointed out that that's, you haven't even applied for all of the permits that you need. The structure still doesn't have a permit.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're gonna, yeah, so it's important, and you're gonna go in and need to talk to the city officials to make sure that you get all the permits that you need, but I'm gonna give you some more time, okay?
okay, thank you.
All right.
Special
Okay.
Magistrate.
Yep.
Yolanda Browning, City of Lake Worth Beach. With any permit matter, they only need to be approved and picked up, not completed and finalized and closed out here. Okay, thank you.
Fair enough. In case, 884, 24884, I'm gonna make the following findings of fact and life. I notice is sufficient. I found the property in violation of 23.4-4 and 23.2-21. Specifically permits for the fence, permits for the rear structure. Respondent will have until November 20th to bring the property in compliance, or a fine of up to $50 per day may issue. I hereby assess the cost, the amount of $425.29. Thank you for coming in, sir.
Okay, we're going to go to page 2 of, take that back. Yes, page 2 of the agenda, item number 8, case number 24-280. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 326 North Dixie Highway. Property owner is All Good Things Antiques and Collections, Officer Dorcius.
Thank you.
Greetings. My name is Code Officer Fed Lane with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. This is a request for a lien reduction for repeat case number 24-280 for property address 326 North Dixie Highway. The case was initiated on September 9th, 2024. The case went to hearing on, was initiated on February 9th, 2024. The case went to hearing on February 29th, 2024. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of the city's code of ordinance relating to reduction of code enforcement liens. Repeat violation 14-32 business license for Asian Style Spa was approved. The use and occupancy inspection number 60651 was approved on March 8, 2024. That license was placed on hold. Residential business license for All Good Things Antiques Collectible that violation was resolved on April 5th, 2024 due to an email that was received by the property owner's daughter-in-law stating that the residential portion of the property was now vacant. That copy of the email was placed in the case file. Repeat violation number 14-34, use and occupancy inspection. Asian Style Spa LLC passed inspection number 60651 on March 8th. 2024, and again, the use and occupancy inspection for the property owner's business license for All Good Things Antique Collectible was resolved. Repeat violation number 2-756.2, general requirements. The property owner was cited to repair all damaged stucco on 328 North Dixie Highway. That violation was complied on February 27, 2024. Repeat violation 23.2-21, the owner was cited to obtain permits for the windows installed. Email was received by the building official Peter Ringel on February 27, 2024, stating that a building permit was no longer needed, being that the windows were installed, I believe, 10 years ago. Copy of that email was placed in the file. The property was fined at $150 per day starting on February 12, 2024 until April 5th, 2024 for the total amount of $7,950. Due to the fact that this case was cited as a repeat violator, the city is not inclined to a lien reduction at this time.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Good morning. My name is Adam Asher.
You go on.
I keep going? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll make it brief, but just a little context. This is my mother's property, and I began managing and helping her manage this property around when this all began, these repeat offenses at the beginning of the year. I was here at a previous magistrate meeting. We are unaware of the permits needed and the things that happened to start those cases. And I'm not here to say that that was right or wrong, just be compliant. And since then, we have been compliant from, I believe it was February when this began. The window, the stucco, the business license, there was a painting that was done without a permit. Within 1 week of finding out all of these things, we took care of all of them. Then I came to the magistrate meeting in February 29th. I remember they said it was the leap year edition, and asked for lien forgiveness or to stop the fines or lower them because there was one thing that needed to be complied, which was the residential occupational license. So I came and asked if they can reduce the daily fines while we would address that, because I felt that would take some time considering the fines were happening every day. They did help me and reduce them to, I think, half of what the daily fines were. And then from there, we spent many, many months, because everything was complied for by April, trying to get this license. And I learned a lot about the city and how to do things. And long story short, we still do not have this license, but we are compliant because we had to have our tenants move out, because starting from February 8th, we started with that lien. Then we talked to Bob. Then we decided maybe to get a lawyer to help us, because it was kind of like navigating a path that we were trying so incredibly hard to do. But then we would get directed to different places. Rachel on the 13th of March. Then we applied for the license. Then they said the business names didn't match. Then we went to buy and reinstate a business back. Then that didn't work because zoning said that this is not a residential area. I think my wife and I spoke with Barry, who told us to reach out to Scott. And then Scott said he was going to speak with his director. That was the 22nd of March, Tuesday, and he would call us back to see why they can't find if this is a residential property or not, since I think 2002. Left message on the 27th, 28th. Then there was vacation. And then at that point, we realized, unfortunately, because we just want to be compliant. I don't want to come here. We're taking over. We want to do what's right. That there is no means, and it's going to be so incredibly expensive day paying these fines. So we're like, we have to have our tenants move out because we can't become compliant. We have no way to figure this out. So that's what happened. So there's been incredible loss of income because of that. We still don't have the occupational license, but we are gonna, or the residential,
Okay.
but we're gonna pursue that, but we had to stop the fines. And I believe that ended in April. And I'm here just to please grant lien forgiveness on this, because we are truly trying everything we could possibly do, including the extreme of having to just stop doing what we're doing for months. It's been almost a year. Just want to do what's right and be compliant, and we are compliant, and I want to remain compliant. We go to the property every single week now, every week, to make sure there is not a bottle on the floor or a design on the wall or anything. I've learned a lot and I'm humble to it. Please, one more try on this. Now that I've taken over, I will be compliant and maintain.
What kind of lien reduction are you asking me for, sir?
Lien forgiveness, I was hoping. We don't have,
By forgiveness, you mean to reduce the lien to zero?
I was hoping. Just
The city's
good
position,
faith,
no.
it's just,
Your Honor, this is a non-homestead property, so your power is to reduce the lien to as low as 10% of the lien. But the city, as stated by the officer's testimony, is not supportive of this lien reduction since it is for a repeat case.
What was the previous violation in this case?
For the repeat case?
Yeah.
14-32 business license, tenant Rogana needed to have a business license. That tenant ended up moving out, which resolved the violation. And all other tenants such as Asian Style, the property owner, because they need to get a business license, for their commercial side of the property, they end up passing their use announcement inspection, would stop the violation. 2.75 6.2 general requirements, there was also cited to make a few repairs as well as obtain a permit for the awning that was on 328 North Dixie Highway. That violation was complied on February 10th, 2023, as well as obtaining the approved permit on February 10th, 2023.
It seems like a pretty chronic problem on this property.
what happened is because all of these violations, the first that created the repeat happened while my mother was ill about a year and a half ago, and messages and mail was being sent to an address that was not receiving. So it took about a year from 2022, I think, to 2023, the awning, for us to realize it. And then the moment we realized it, of course, because the mail was going to a wrong address, we took care of it. So then now fast forward to now, it happens again, but we acted on it immediately. I think it's, yes, immediately. And we haven't had any issues since then, since February, with the exception of just trying to get the the residential license.
Well, I don't have the authority to reduce it to zero, but you can make me an offer.
2 offers? Maybe like $1,000, because I'm not saying completely innocent, but I am trying to show good faith and future faith. I don't want to be here every time.
Tell you what I'm doing. I'll reduce it to 2,500. How long do you need to pay?
Thank you. The end of the month is fine.
30 days, 2,500.
Thank you. We won't see me anymore. Everything is going to be
I hope
fine.
not.
No. Thank you.
Okay, we're staying on page 2, item 5, case number 24-1155. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 225 South F Street. Property owner is CMFG Properties LLC. Officer Domingo.
What number did you say?
I'm sorry.
What number did you?
Oh, item number 5 at the very top.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Carlos Domingo with the City of Lakewood Beach. Code compliance. This is a request for a lien reduction for repeat case number 24-1155, 225 South F Street. Case was initiated on July 5th, 2024, and went to hearing on July 26th, 2024. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The repeat violations were 12-17, garbage cans in public view, 12-18, garbage, trash, and debris, 2-75.9, landscape debris, 2-75.6.2, general requirements. Violations complied on July 24th, 2024. Property was fined at $250 per day starting on July 5th, 2024 until July 24th, 2024. Out of compliance for 19 days, a total amount due to the city of $4,750. Due to the case being cited as a repeat violator, the city is not inclined to a lien reduction.
Ma'am, can you tell me your name, please?
Hi, Suzanne Scarpula, Your Honor.
The floor is yours. So what are you asking me for and why should I grant it to you?
So the repeat thing just blows me off. I didn't really even know it wasn't taken care of. So I'm here
Well,
to make
typically to
my,
be a repeat, it means that you had to have been cited before and you had to have brought the property into compliance, and then the same thing has to have happened again. That's what a repeat usually
right,
means.
I understand that. I didn't know that it was not like in compliance
Well,
before.
at some point it did come into compliance, right? Otherwise, it'd just be the first violation continuing, right?
Okay, it's all confusing to me, to be perfectly honest. Whatever it takes to fix my property, I'm here to do it. I spent a lot of money fixing it up. Recently, I don't want a crappy property. I want it to be nice for the city and for my tenants. This is take pride in my ownership.
Well, I mean, I do understand it's in compliance, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Because we don't do lien reductions when you're
Right.
not in compliance, right?
To be perfectly honest, I spent all my money fixing up the place.
What are you asking me for, ma'am?
The best offer you could give me personally. I
Well, I can't do best. You have to ask me for something.
have to ask you for something. 10%.
And why would I do that?
Why would you do that? I don't know why you wouldn't, because I have
Well,
done
I'll tell you
everything.
why I wouldn't, because the city's asking me not to.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm a good property owner, honestly. And that I'm trying to make my properties nice for the city, for the neighborhood.
I guess what I'm prodding you to do is to give me a justification for reducing it. And so far, the only thing that you've told me is that you spent money and you feel like
Well,
you're a good
because
property
I don't
owner.
have it, honestly, to be honest.
So
Your Honor,
it's a hardship is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, there
Yes.
are multiple cases for this property, or this property owner, and the city does consider receipts or amounts spent, hard costs spent in repairing the property to bring the property into compliance. And the city would be willing to consider that if you are inclined to grant a reduction. Again, this is a repeat case, so the city is not in support of a reduction at all.
So yeah, do tell me about the hard costs.
Are you saying when I renovated my building, I sold a property on 128 South B Street so I can fix this property up because it was in really bad shape. I put all new hurricane windows. I had to basically gut the whole place. I have all new plumbing in and out, which I didn't realize I needed till you get into it. I ended up spending a lot of money on this property. It's totally brand new inside.
The code section's in violation here. What was out of compliance for the 19 days? Was garbage cans? What else was?
Yeah, so it's the garbage cans in public view. That's 12-17, 12-18, garbage, trash, and debris. 2-75.9, landscape debris. 2-75.6.2, which is general requirements. General requirements being house numbers, missing house numbers, and faded paint on the structure.
Your Honor, the city would be willing to give the respondent until January 24th to pay to help relieve the burden of the cost.
I gotta be honest, ma'am, I haven't really heard any real sufficient reason to suggest that it should be reduced, other than it looks like you didn't maintain your property for a period of time, and the city had to go out there and encourage you to do so.
Sir, can I say something?
You can say whatever you want.
I had a property manager that I thought was taking care of my property. I just have a new property manager now. I am doing whatever it takes. When I hired the manager, I think they're taking care of your property. I did not know I wasn't being taken care of.
You know, it's not really a legal reason either.
What is my fine, sir? Because you're gonna have to.
$4,750.
So what happens?
I'm
I
not sure what
can't
you're
pay
asking
it.
me.
Like, what happens?
Well, it's a lien on the property. I can give you time to pay it. Would that help?
Yes, how much time?
How much time do you need?
What are you willing to offer me time? I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't know.
I'm literally letting you tell me how much
Okay,
time you need.
Can I pay 1,000 a month? Can you give me do you want me to
Well,
make
I don't think the
payments?
city does payment plans, but
Oh.
I can give you time.
4 months?
The city has offered to January 24th. So that would be 4 months.
Okay.
All right, we'll extend the payment till January 24th, 2024.
Excuse me, after, can I leave or do I? have
Yep,
to-
you can
Okay,
leave.
Thank you very much. Thank
No,
for
you have
your
one
time.
more, you have one more case.
I do?
Okay, we're going to item number 6, case number 24-1164. It's a public request for a lien reduction at 227 South F Street. Property owner is CMFG Properties LLC. Officer Domingo.
Carlos Domingo with the city of Lakewood Beach.
This is a neighboring property?
Yeah, it's right next to it. Carlos Domingo with the city of Lakewood Beach. Court complaint is a request for a lien reduction for repeat case number 24-1164, 227 South F Street. Case it was initiated on July 5th, 2024, went to hearing on July 26th, 2024. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of the sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. Repeat violations were 12-17 garbage cans in public view, 12-18 garbage, trash, and debris, 14-32 no active business license, 14-35 no active use and occupancy inspection, 2-75.6.2 general requirements. Violations complied on July 24, 2024. It was fined at $250 per day starting on July 5th, 2024 until July 24th, 2024. Out of compliance for 19 days. Total amount due to the city is $4,750. Due to the case being cited as a repeat violator, the city is not inclined to a lien reduction. Sorry, I got to make a correction. So the total amount due to the city is $5,250.
Hold on. Is that the part? I'm confused about which property this is.
This is for 227 South F Street.
Is that the house?
Yes.
So it's one property, like on one. I believe the fines are for the same garbage cans on it's the same property. I know there's 2 different legal descriptions, but I have garbage cans in one area. It's like, I don't know if you have a picture of it, but it's like one property. I feel like I'm getting for the same thing for each property, which is like one.
Okay, well, that's a fair question. Can you tell me what the property looks like? Is the respondent right that she's essentially being fined twice for the same violation?
So there was definitely garbage cans in front of that property, as well as the other one too. So it was on both.
Were these different garbage cans?
Yes.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
Yolanda Bryant, City of Lake Worth Beach. It goes by parcel, so although they're right next to each other, when you're cited by parcel, so the garbage cans are for each parcel. So that's why you have the sightings for each parcel.
Well, yeah, I recognize that the city is going to definitely cite by parcel, though I think it is fair question if we're talking about the same garbage cans, we don't want to cite them twice for the same violation, right? I mean, so, but your testimony is that these were different garbage cans in front of each of these properties?
As far as I remember, yes, sir.
Ma'am, is that not your recollection?
Sir, I would not know whose garbage can, what garbage can. There's 8 units there. I don't know whose garbage can, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all in one area. I'm not sure if my tenant didn't bring their garbage can back. Like,
There were other violations here as well,
I
right?
mean, I'm not.
Yes, sir.
So these were essentially rental properties that you were renting to tenants and you had somebody else.
Yes, sir. These are my rental properties, and then I have had property managers. I do not go there. I hired people to do that. I didn't realize they weren't doing it. I have a new one.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a mess. I mean, I can give you some time on this. Would the January date work for you?
For a total of $10,000.
This
It
case is
seems like a little, it
5,250.
seems like a lot of money for somebody who is like, have you driven around? My properties are pretty good compared to a lot of properties around. It's just, I'm trying to make them nice, which I spent the money to do it. Finding me all this money just makes it like hard for people to own anything. They're not bad properties. Because people keep garbage out. I mean, it's hard to control that, in all honesty.
Well, in fairness, ma'am, they cited you for a number of things, which including the garbage cans, and it's pretty clear that you know, and I appreciate that maybe your property manager didn't do you justice, but there was more than just garbage cans wrong here.
And as far as the business license, I've had one every single year. A business license.
All right, I tell you what I will do. So this is 52. I'll reduce it to what the previous case was to 4750, and I'll give you till the January 24th.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye, Carla.
Thank you.
Okay, we are going to go to let me see where we're at. Okay, we're going to go to page 15, item 53, case number 24-1222, property address of 201 South C Street. Property owner is 201 South C Street LLC. Officer Domingo.
Thank you.
Carlos Domingo with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance. Case number, owner's name, and owner's address have already been read into the record. This case was initiated on July 15, 2024 by fire, complaint by Palm Beach Fire. The existing violations on this property is 12-18. Please remove all trash and debris from the property. 14-32, no active business license. 14-35, no active use and occupancy inspection. Owner being 201 South C Street LLC. 2-75.6.2, broken windows. And please remove board on structure and repair any damages. 2-75.6.2, B4. Please remove all weeds from property. Please trim down all overgrown landscape to include all vegetation growing on fence. 2-75.6, please remove all tape from windows for means of egress within 5 days. 23.2-21, apply for, obtain, and pay for newly installed windows and concrete slab. 23.4-4, please repair or remove any damage to a chain link fence. And all other violations have been complied. Property was re-inspected on August 26, 2024 and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on July 26, 2024. Certified mail was delivered, posted at Property and City Hall on July 24, 2024. The last re-inspection was on August 26, 2024 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact with the property owner has been made. The city's recommendation time is October 28th, or pay fines of $100 per day after the city's recommendation time for compliance, plus an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 28th, 2024.
Ma'am, can you tell me your name, please?
Guadalupe Shield.
And you can tell me whatever you'd like me to know, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead and tell me whatever you'd like me to know.
Well, I tried to do as much as I could. If you can check, most of the outside, the vegetation and all that has been in compliance now. I had to do the permits to change the windows and the concrete slab. And it's like a chain. I had to have that done before I can go and get the occupancy on the property. Right now, the property is vacant.
What, officer, what's outstanding at this time?
Currently, we have 12-18, please remove all trash and debris from the property. 14-32, no active business license. 14-35, no active use and occupancy inspection. Owner being 201 South C Street, LLC. 2-75.6.2, broken windows. Please repair or replace all broken windows, as well as please remove board from on structure and repair any damages. 2-75.6.2, B4, please remove all weeds from property. Please trim down all overgrown landscape to include all vegetation growing on fence. 2-75.6.6, please remove all tape from windows for means of egress within 5 days. 23.2-21, apply for, obtain, and pick up permits for newly installed windows and concrete slab installations. 23.4-4, please repair or remove any damage to chain link fence.
I gotta be honest, ma'am, that sounds like a lot of stuff to me.
The fence is removed. The weeds on the siding on the fence are removed. I
But
can
you
show
got
you
things
pictures.
like, you got business license, you
Yeah,
got an
but I-
occupancy expansion, you got broken windows, you got weeds and garbage, you got tape on your windows.
Debris and garbage is gone. The broken window one is fixed and the other one I didn't realize. It's a little piece in the bottom. I didn't realize that.
Officer, when's the last time you were out at the property?
This past Tuesday.
And all of these things were still there when you looked,
Yes,
which was 2 days ago?
yes. She did,
I can show you pictures. of
Hold
her.
on, hold on one sec. She did what?
she did come yesterday. I want to put it onto the record. She came yesterday and she did show me her picture, but yesterday afternoon. It was like about 4. It's about to leave.
I mean, the city's asking me to give you till October, I guess,
Your Honor.
28th to bring this into compliance. Do you
Your
think you
Honor.
can do that? Yep.
Due to the need for permits, the city would be amenable to a January 24th date for compliance with the most of the violations. Or the fire safety requirement was originally cited for 5 days, and we would like that to stay a tighter compliance date.
That's the egress,
Correct.
that's essentially the tape on the windows.
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm inclined to do that. So essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you 5 days to get the tape off the windows because that's a safety issue, right? And I'll give you till January 24th to get the rest of it fixed. Okay,
Yeah,
Alright.
the other window is going to be fixed today, the one in the bottom one. The
That's
other one is already.
well, it's
I can
important.
show
I
you a
know you're
picture.
already doing it, but it's important that you don't have to show me because I'm gonna give you the time, okay?
Okay,
But,
thank you.
But it's
Appreciate it.
important that you stay in contact with the code officer to make sure that he is aware when you bring things into compliance so that he can go out and inspect, okay?
And make
Okay.
sure if you need permits for the windows that you have them.
Yeah, okay, thank
Okay.
you so much.
All right, in case
Appreciate
24-1222, make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I found the property in violation of listed code sections. I by reference the testimony of the code officers, the nature of those violations. As to 275.6.6, I give the respondent 5 days to bring that into compliance by removing the tape from the windows as a means of egress. As to the remaining violations, I give the respondent until January 24th, 2025 to come into compliance or fine in the amount of $50 per day may issue, set for, I assess costs in the amount of $425.29.
So Your Honor, the 5 days would be October 1st.
Okay.
Okay, and it's $50 a day?
Okay.
Is that what they asked?
They asked.
Request was 100.
Okay, let me amend that to $100 per day.
And then, can you clarify which ones were complied? Because our system is not showing any complied and I need to.
23-4-3 and 2-75.9, right?
Yes, sir.
2-75.9
Yep.
complied. Thank you.
All right, good luck, ma'am.
Okay, so when I have to pay this money or where?
The officer can give you some direction.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Okay, we're going to go to page 5 of the agenda. Item number 21, case number 24-701, property address of 529 21st Avenue North. Property owner is Eduardo Mora Lucas, Officer Bryant.
Thank you.
Code Officer Juliana Bryant with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The case was initiated on 5/3/2024 as a citizen complaint, a field observation. The existing violations of the property are 23.2-21 for a building permit. Apply for, obtain, and pick up a permit for pavers, and apply for, obtain, and pick up a permit for wooden fence. 23.4-11 unscreened trailer. And 2-75.6.2 B4 overgrown landscape. Complied violations of the property are 12-18 trash and debris and 2-75.6.2 for general requirements. Issued courtesy notice for violation hearing on 5/6/2024, re-inspected on 5/31/2024, found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 6/4/2024, certified mail received on 7/12/2024, posted at property and at City Hall on 6/21/2024. The last reinspection of the property was on 9/25/2024, found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. Recommendation time is November 29th, 2024, or fine $50 per day. Administrative costs $425.29 to be paid by November 29th, 2024.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
My name is Lucas Mora. And
So
I
tell me
am,
what's going on with your property, Mr. Moore.
so it's just me. I'm 29 years old, taking care of my house the best I can. I had some papers that were given to me, so I had it installed. I had no idea you needed permits for that. That's me and my own ignorance. But now I had a previous contractor who was gonna take care of all the permits and stuff. I sent money, never got anything done. Now, I have a new contractor that Juliana met, and we, the three of us, met in at my house and talk over all the, the different problems that we had, and he already submitted the permits for pavers, for the fence. That was like the biggest thing that I had. And I mean, that's that. I just need a little bit more time
Well,
to.
the city has offered to give you till November 29th. Is that enough time for you, sir?
No, I need more time.
How much time do you need?
I need at least 90 days.
For a permit, an unscreened trailer, and overgrowth?
Yes.
Why do you need so much time?
Well, I was talking with her yesterday on the phone because it's asking for a screen my trailer, which is parked inside of my property. But my trailer is pretty big. I don't know what I can use to screen a trailer, and if I need permits to screen a trailer, you know what I mean? So that's where I was like a little confused about that screening trailer, because I'm removing all the chain fence link, right? All the fence is gonna be removed. I'm gonna put a 4 foot tall, and behind the fence is gonna be some trees, to cover. But that's the best I can do. I don't have anything that big that can cover a whole trailer. It's my work trailer. It's not parked on the street.
All right, I mean, the
You know-
city's offering 60. I suspect that they're probably gonna be okay with 90, but let me ask.
I just want to make sure I have enough time to like take care of everything.
I understand, sir.
I'll be
Hold on one second. Let me just see what the city's position
The
is.
city would be amenable to the January 24th date.
That seems to be our date of interest.
Hey,
All right, I'll give you, so that's actually more than you asked for.
yes.
So you need to take, I mean, I will tell you, I've done this a long time and it seems like a lot of time, but sometimes that time goes by really quickly, right?
It does. That's why I'd rather have a little extra time than no time.
But you need to stay on top of it and of course, make
Yes.
sure you're, okay. All right, in case 240701, I make the following findings of fact and life. I notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of the listed code sections 23.2-21, the building permit for the pavers, 23.4-11, the unscreened trailer, and 2-75.6.2B4, which is the overgrown landscape. Respondent has until January 24, 2025 to bring the property in compliance, or a fine in the amount of up to $50 per day may issue. I assess cost the amount of $425.29. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to page 10 of the agenda, item number 40, case number 24-813, property address of 405 South F Street. Property owner is David Pina, Officer Domingo.
Thank you, sir.
Carlos Domingo with the City of Electric Beach. Code of compliance, case number, owner's name, and owner's address have already been read into the record. This case was initiated on August 21st, 2024 as a complaint, with existing violations being 23.2-21. Apply for, obtain, and pick up permits for re-roof. 14-32, no active business license. And 14-35, no active use and occupancy inspection, owner being Peña David. All other violations have been complied. Property re-inspected on September 3rd, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on June 1st, 2024. Certified mail was delivered, posted at Property and City Hall on May 30th, 2024. Case has, last re-inspection was on September 3rd, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. personal contact with the property owner has been made. The city's recommendation time is October 28, 2024, or pay fines of $75 per day after the city's recommendation time for compliance, plus an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 28, 2024.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
David Penna.
So, Mr. Penna, what's going on with your property here?
Well, back in March, I have a stop work order.
That's generally
for the-
not a
for
good
the-
thing.
For the for re-roofing. Someone by the name of Tan wrote it. I called up immediately about maybe like 30, maybe
Typically,
about,
they do those when you don't have a permit.
I called up, I set up the step ladder. Somebody went up. They looked, they found an existing old roof with patches. Been patching it up through the years. I have an email that I sent Carlos right here stating that it was inspected and they cleaned it up. They removed it. Now, again, in March, they apparently the neighbor, she's always calling. She called, somebody took a picture of my handyman. Once again, the tenants called me up. There's another leak in the roof. He went up again to patch it up. And they took a picture of the man in the roof. There's a roll of roofing paper up there and he has a nail gun. That's all what they have. The pictures are right here. If you give me permission.
Just gonna hold on one second.
Look at
The 23-221, the building permit, is that about the roof?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Would you like to see them?
No, I believe you.
And now I do have pictures of the roof with the repairs on them. Roof was it's an old existing roof.
Have you
When
shown these pictures to the city and the code officer?
I did show, I emailed the picture to Barry.
And who is
And
Barry?
I sent the pictures to Barry and Barry said he's not gonna go on the roof. He refused to go up on the roof. I said, I sent him two letters stating that I would set up the ladder again. So he said, absolutely not. You need to
So
apply for a
let me
permit.
see what you're trying to tell me is you don't believe that you need a building permit because you don't believe that you've done
It's an
anything.
existing roof, which is patched up. And I keep patching it up and I stop the leak and
Well,
I'll save the money
right.
and I don't have to
Hold-
re-roof
hold
it.
on
So,
one
I mean,
second. Let me-
eventually I was told that I'm gonna have
All
to
right,
re-roof.
hold on one second, Mr. Bennett. Let me see what the city's response to this is.
This is Barry Schultz, building official, City of Lake Worth Beach. I make appointments for site visits all the time. I would never tell anyone, no, I'm not gonna come look at your roof. I'm perfectly happy to. The piece of plywood that he showed is over the amount allowed to be considered a repair or a patch. The roll of paper is over that. You have to get a permit when you get over, the.
How many feet?
32 square feet is eight,
That's
or
32
4
square
by 8
feet.
is 32 square feet.
According to my math, a piece that's 3 by 6.
And
3
it-
times 6 is 18 square feet. There's two pieces that are 3, I think is 3 by 4. There's not, I'm not,
Again, I'm happy to go on the roof, just as I said in the past. He just has to make an appointment because I have a lot of appointments. He has to set up a time. We confirm an appointment.
He's the man on the roof.
Okay, all right. I mean, yeah, I get there's a man on the roof. There seems to be there's a factual dispute about whether or not the repair that you've done is a sufficient repair that requires a permit or not. Okay. All right, you can show that to that. I don't know if that, can you?
That's not a brand new roof. That's an old roof.
Again, I would need to come up to measure the amount that's patched, and if it's under, then we can close the permit being needed. If it's over, then you're gonna have to apply for a permit. It's a very factual thing when you go up on a roof. I don't know what date that picture was taken. That's why I have to go in person
Of course.
and see.
So how long does it typically take for you to schedule an appointment?
I usually am about a week out.
All right, so not that long. Okay, so that one seems resolvable. What about the business license and the occupancy?
I tried, but then I was told to that I have to take care of this first. I think that's what I was told, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yeah.
trying my best.
The use and occupancy inspection can't be
Done with a
passed
roof
when there are
without
existing
permit, yeah.
violations, right?
Okay. All right, so I think the city's request was October 28th. That seems quick to me. especially if a permit's needed. So I think we probably need more time than that, right? What is-
As soon as I get somebody to go up on the roof, take a peek at it and say, okay, no, that's the measurement.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to presuppose what the building official is going to find, but
course.
you know, if they
And-
find that, then that's an easy solution. But if they find they need a permit, then I want to make sure that you have enough time to get one.
In the event a permit is needed, we're comfortable with the January 24th that we've been going with for permit issues. Thank you.
That does seem to be our day. All right, I'm gonna give you till the 24th of January to get this resolved. My recommendation, though, is that you schedule that appointment with the building official as soon as possible
Which one?
because to walk your roof. Miss, right.
All right, nice.
All right, in case 24-0813, make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice sufficient, find the property in violation of listed code sections. I note that the building permit can be resolved either by approval of the building official or by permit. Respondent has until January 24th, 2025 to bring the property in compliance or a fine of up to $75 per day. May issue, I set cost in the amount of $425.29.
Okay, we're gonna go to page 19. Item number 71, case number 24-953, property address of 801 Barnett Drive. Property owner is True Rudder LLC. Supervisor Hicks.
Good morning, Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Worth Beach. Case number, property location, and address have been read into the record. This case was initiated on June 11th, 2024 from our Utilities Department. The existing violations are 14-32 to apply and obtain a City of Lake Worth Beach business license for the tenant at Unit 807, JMC Interior Solutions LLC. 14-35 to contact code division and schedule and pass a use and occupancy inspection for a tenant at Unit 807. 23.2-21 to apply for a permits for a new door that was installed at the main entrance. Permit application was applied for on 9/5 of 2024. It has passed zoning. It is now with fire. Formal, all of the code violations have been resolved or complied. Formal notice of violation hearing was issued via certified mail on July 1st of 2024. Certified mail was received on July 3rd, 2024. Property was last re-inspected on September 25th of 2024 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs have been taken to show the violations. I did have personal contact with the property manager who's here at the magistrate hearing today. The city's recommendation time for compliance is January 24th of 2025. Plus the administrative cost, $425.29 to be paid by June 24th, 2025. And the fine amount would be $100 per day if not in compliance.
January.
Of
Yeah,
January.
fine for January, not June.
January.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Officer Hicks, still outstanding is the business license and the building permit, is that?
Correct.
And the
Yeah, they
building
can't
permit's been
pass-
applied for,
it's
but
been-
it's still in process.
It's in process. It passed zoning. It's in with fire now.
And the use and occupancy.
And the use and occupancy, which they can't pass until the permit's approved.
I'm sorry, ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Yep, Candida Linares.
And what's your position with the
Property
owner?
manager.
Her designation of agent also is inside the file.
So the city's telling me that you need a business license, a building permit, and a use and occupancy certificate, and they want to give you till January 24th, 2025 to do that. How does that sound?
It's fine. I think we should be good by then.
Okay. It's my favorite kind of case. In case 24-0953, make the following findings of fact and law. Find notice sufficient, find the property in violation of the listed code sections. I adopt by reference to testimony of the code officer as to the nature of those violations. Respondent has till January 24th, 2025 to bring the property in compliance or a fine of up to $100 per day may issue. I assess the cost the amount of $429. Such a weird number you guys have here. $425.29. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming in.
Okay, we are going to go to page 8, item 33, case number 24-1129, property address of 721 North Dixie Highway. Property owner is Mohammed Haik. Officer Dale.
Thank you, Officer Dale.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. The owner's name, case number, and address has been read into the record. This case was initiated as an internal complaint on July 2nd, 2024. Existing violations are 14-32, no active business license, 14-35, no use and occupancy inspection, 12-18, garbage, trash, and debris on the property, 2-75.6.2 B4, overgrown landscape, 23.6-1, weeds grown in between the pavers, 23.4-7, parking lot not maintained. All other violations have been complied. The property was re-inspected on August 14th, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on July 10th, 2024, and the certified mail was returned. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on July 12th, 2024. The last re-inspection was on September 25th, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is January 24th, 2025, with a $75 per day fine and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by January 24th, 2025.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Mohammed Haq.
And you are the owner of the property, sir?
Yes, sir.
So tell me what's going on. It looks like you got some of it done, but you still have some to do.
Yeah, because I was on vacation, I came back on end of July, and I found a violation notice, and I tried to fix all of those things, but I did some of them, and I called so many people for the parking lot to fix it. So I showed them the violation is a restripe and paint the parking lot and put the. But I talked to a couple of people, and they're asking so much money, like 48,000, 50,000, 45,000. I said, no, it's not.
Yeah,
You need to do
feel
all
you.
of those things. So my two tenants is left on one is June, one is July. But I try to fix as much as I can, but I need some times to.
Well, some of the stuff it seems you could do pretty quickly, like the garbage and debris on the property.
Those are done. Everything is done.
Well, the officer says it's not.
There's still some things on the property, but he did, for the most part, he did do a
And
lot.
overgrowth and landscaping, cutting and mowing.
Landscape, I hired the guy, and he doing like every other weeks he comes and he cut the grass and everything. No debris on this property because one of the tenant left and she left whole bunch of garbage on the outside. This is
Is he going to need a permit for the parking lot resurface?
He is.
Yeah.
I went there by myself to pull the permit for the parking. This is no, this is the
Yeah, I think you're probably
investment property. You cannot do it.
I gotta stop there. Yeah, I'm not giving you any advice about how to do it, but you do have to bring it into compliance. The city wants to give you till January 24th, which seems like enough time to do this if you get on it.
Yeah, I can do it.
All right.
I appreciate it.
All right, in case 241129, to make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice sufficient to find the property in violation of the code sections listed by code officer, I adopt by reference the testimony as to the nature of those violations. I hereby give the respondent until January 24th, 2025 to bring the property in compliance, or a fine of up to $75 per day may issue. I assess cost amount of $425.29 due payable on the January 24th deadline.
Thank you, sir.
All right, good luck.
Okay, we're going to go to page 5 of the agenda. Item number 19, case number 24-568, property address of 1768 Crestwood Boulevard. Property owner is Gene R. Schultz, Officer Bryant.
Thank you, ma'am.
Code Officer Juliana Bryant for the City of Lake Worth Beach. The case was initiated on 4/12/2024 as a field observation. Existing violations of the property are 23.2-21 for a building permit, apply for, obtain, and pick up a permit for a garage door, and apply for, obtain, and pick up a permit for a front door. 2-75.6.2 general requirements. Please repair all damaged areas of driveway/pavement as needed. Permit may be needed. The driveway was repaired, but a permit was not obtained for the pavers. Complied violations of the property are 12-17 for garbage cans in public view, 12-18 trash and debris, 2-75.6.2 B4 overgrown landscape, 23.4-19 outdoor storage, 23.6-1 landscape regulations, and 23.4-4 fences, walls, and gates. Issued courtesy notice for violation hearing on 4/15/2024, re-inspected on 6/7/2024, found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 6/10/2024, certified mail received on 6/12/2024, posted at property and at City Hall 6/21/2024. Last re-inspection was on 9/25/2024. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. Recommendation time is January 24th, 2025, or fine $50 per day. Administrative costs $425.29 to be paid by January 24th, 2025.
Ma'am, can you tell me your name?
My name is Jean Schultz-Olette.
And ma'am, you are the owner of the property?
I am.
So the city says you need a building permit for your garage door, your front door, and your pavers, and you need to fix your driveway.
Yes, driveway is fixed. Permits for front door and garage door were submitted yesterday, just the application. And I didn't know about the pavers. I thought a family member did them for me and I just paid for the cost of the material, so. And I did just the exact layout. I didn't change anything. They just ripped out the bad rooted blacktop and put pavers in it, so.
I think the city still thinks you need a permit for that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're giving you till January, their offer is January 24th. I think that's plenty of time for this, especially since you put all the two permits in. It looks like you made pretty good progress anyway.
It's very good. Thank
All right.
you.
All right, in case 240568, I make the following findings of fact in life. I notice sufficient on the property in violation of code section 23-221 building permits for the garage door and the front door, and 22-75.6.2 the permit for the pavers and the repair of the driveway. Respondent has until January 24th, 2025 to bring the property in compliance, or fine of up to $75, actually $50 per day may issue. Hereby assess cost the amount of $425.29 payable on January 24th, 2025.
Perfect.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good day.
Okay, we're gonna go to page 16, item 59. Okay, page 16, item 59, case number 24-1050. Property address of 204 North M Street. Property owner is TCPA Properties, Inc., Officer Dorcius.
Thank you, ma'am. Morning. Morning, sir.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedeline Dorcius, the City of Lake Worth Beach. Case number, owner's name, owner's address have been read into the record. Property location, 204 North M Street. The case was initiated due to a failed post-hearing inspection part 2 from case number 19-1389 on June 24th, 2024. Existing violations, 14-32 business license for property owner TCPA Properties Incorporated, 14-35 use and occupancy inspection to call and pass the use and occupancy inspection. The owner's last approved inspection was May 15th, 2021. 2-756.2 general requirements to please repair damaged wood on both porches. Permits may be required. Per the email that was received by a representative for the property, Robert Classfield, on August 23rd, 2024, he would have to submit a permit prior to doing the repairs. All other violation has been resolved or complied at this time. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on June 26, 2024. Certified mail was received on July 2nd, 2024. The property in City Hall was posted on July 1st, 2024. The property last reinspection date was September 25th, 2024. Photographs of the property has been taken. The city had personal contacts with the owner and a representative via email. The city recommendation time for voluntary compliance will be January 24th, 2025. Or pay the fine of $75 per day plus administration costs of $425.29 made payable by January 24th, 2025.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Yep, Robert Classfield,
And your position with TCPA Properties?
an agent.
What kind of agent?
Meaning a representative.
Or do
So
you have
I-
a, do you have
I-
a position with them?
So I'm vice president of the property manager.
Did you need this? Oh. There you go. In the file. Perfect. All right, so the city says that you need a business license, a certificate of use, and to repair some damaged wood out on the
Yep.
property.
So we did renew the license. I'm aware that the license is contingent on passing an inspection.
Inspection, yeah.
So we're working on that. There was a number of items that were tagged in the violation in June or July.
Looks like you got all those done.
Most of them. The last remaining ones are the permit or require a permit. It's wood repairs. Been working on that. Originally I wanted to have one contractor do everything. And so this happened in late June, early July. My sister had twins, so I was dealing with that through July.
Congratulations.
Thank you. August picked back up, started to get on this, realized that this is about 100-year-old house, so it's not as easy to find a contractor to do wood repairs.
I imagine.
Last year we added a fence to the perimeter of this house, and that took a little bit of time, so I'm aware of the permitting process and what it entails. So rather than wait for one contractor to do everything, I wanted to show your honor and also the officer that we're making a good faith effort to resolve these issues. So I did send a contractor to take care of the other stuff. But now I just need to take care of the permit, the wood repairs. So I think that early 2025 is fair. I would request though that if possible, if there's a hearing that could be on a Thursday, a Monday, or a Tuesday, that would be better for me. I have a 1-year-old at home and I live in Miami.
Well, I think they're set by calendar, so.
It's not a hearing. It's a recommendation time for me to do another inspection. So
Okay.
pretty much if you don't schedule a use and occupancy inspection, I'll be doing a re-inspection from the public right away. And then your violation will start running from that day.
Got it. So that the inspection would be on the 24th of January?
But I strongly urge you to have the permit application in the system approved and picked up. And once you get it approved and picked up, schedule the use and occupancy inspection. Then I'll be able to comply your violations and you'll be done with code.
Yeah, I think a better way to think about it is what we're doing is we're giving you a time period in which to bring these into compliance. And you want to do it before you get to the end of that time period. So you don't want to do it on the 24th of January. It's much better to do it, as quickly as you can.
Absolutely.
Once it's complied, the officer will then comply it and then the case will be done. But if it's not complied by that January date, the officer is going to inspect the best that they can. And if they don't believe it's in compliance, they're going to set it for hearing for for a magistrate like me to assess the fine.
The fine will just start running on.
Automatically.
Understood.
automatically.
So the use and occupancy inspection that's what's on the in January.
No, I want you to be able to have the application in the system approved and schedule the use and occupancy inspection before January. So let's just think of December.
When you say that,
January 24th, the fine will start running if everything is not in compliance.
if the permit's not closed out,
No, the permit does not have to be closed out. It has to be picked up.
that's fine. Okay.
All right, in case 24-1050, I make the following findings of fact and life. I notice sufficient to find the property in violation of code sections 1432, 1435, and 2-75.6.2. I give the respondent till January 24, 2025 to bring the property in compliance or fine up to $75 per day may issue. I assess cost the amount of $425.29. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Stay in
Thank
touch
you.
with the code officer.
Okay, we're going to go to page 19 of the agenda, item number 69, case number 24-669, property address of 913 Snowden Drive. Property owner is Michael D. Atchison and Rena Balin, Supervisor Hicks.
Supervisor Hicks.
Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Worth Beach. Case number, owner's name and address have been read into the record. Case was initiated by a field observation on May 5th of 2024. The existing violations are to apply for a permit for the gravel driveway that was added to the north and south side of the property. Permit application 24-2761 was submitted on 8/29 of 2024. Permit was disapproved on 9/19/2024. I've added notes into the file for your review. 23.4-4 to replace any broken or missing wood fence planks on wood privacy fence. 23.6.1 on All other lots not covered by driveways or structures shall be planned with approved living ground cover. Issued courtesy door hanger 10020 was issued on May 2nd of 2024. Reinspection was on June 4th of 2024 and found to be in noncompliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on June 5th of 2024. Certified mail was not received. It was returned to sender. Property posted on June 6th of 2024. Property was last reinspected on September 23rd of 2024. Photographs have been taken to show the violations and are added to the file. I have not had personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time for compliance is January 24th of 2025, or fines of $50 per day, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by January 24th, 2025.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Mike Atchison.
So tell me what's going on.
Well, I feel like I've had nothing but hardships with this house since I purchased it. When rent was going crazy a few years back, my fiance and myself decided to buy a house. We purchased the house in August 2022. We're told we would have 5 years left on the roof. At that point, within 6 months, Citizens was trying to drop us for the roof. The governor passed something, I don't remember what it was, which delayed that for a little while. By the end of that year, we found out that our property taxes were going from $3,000 from the previous owners to over $8,000 for us. So we were $5,000 negative in our escrow. Once I got that taken care of, I started working on the landscape in May or late April, I believe, and started to try to get my house where I wanted it to get. And I got hit again with Citizens, this time sending out an inspector to drop us for our roof. So I've spent the last 4 months spending a lot of money on getting a new roof put onto this place. And again, I have put everything I have into this place over and over again. And I just seem to not be able to catch a break. My landscape is going to be amazing. I am the immediate past president of the Florida Nursery Growers and Landscape Association. I sit on Palm Beach County's Horticulture Advisory Board, and I was just appointed to the Ag Enhancement Council of Palm Beach County. I want my landscape to be beautiful. My neighbors have loved what I've done so far with it. Obviously, the city has not. I just need some time to come into compliance. I am up to my neck in credit card debt for the roof. I want to get everything right. I just need some time.
I think the city offered January 24th.
Yes, sir.
So that's about 4 months. Is that enough time?
I would hope that's enough time, yes.
Okay. All right, I'm fine with giving you that time. It's currently outstanding are 23-221, which are the permit for the driveway that it looks like you've submitted that permit.
Yes, sir. It was denied. I can't get that driveway was put in 2016, or maybe even sooner than that. I can't go back further than that on the satellite imagery. I didn't buy the house in 2022, so I didn't even know the driveway needed to be permitted.
Supervisor Hicks, what does he need to do on this driveway?
It's the gravel driveway that was added on the north and south side of the properties. Not the original concrete driveway, but it's the gravel.
No, the
driveway.
gravel driveway on the north side of the property was done in 2016. The south side of the property, there's no driveway. That's gravel for landscaping.
Yeah. So, and that brings you back to the 23.6.1. All properties must have approved living ground cover. He also covered the whole front of the yard with rock. And I know he met with our city horticulturalist. I don't know what the outcome was.
He told me, I showed him what I wanted to do, and he said he'd have no problems with what I was trying to do at that time. Now, that was before I found out I could not get the permit for the gravel driveway. I have too much concrete already. They said there's no way I could possibly do it with the way it is. So I have to change everything. All the plans have to be changed now.
All right, well, I'm certainly not going to advise you, and certainly you know more about that than I do, but I'll give you the 4 months to figure it out. All right, in case 24669, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, I find the property in violation of listed code sections. I give the respondent until January 24th, 2025 to bring the property into compliance or fine the amount of $50 per day may issue. Assessed cost amount of $425.29. Good luck. I hope you're able to get this resolved.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, we're going to go to page 5 of the agenda, item number 18, case number 24-565, property address of 1787 18th Avenue North. Property owner is Jeffrey Kretsch. Officer Bryant.
Thank you, ma'am.
Code Officer Juliana Bryant with the City of Lake Worth Beach. Case was initiated on 4/12/2024 as a field observation. Existing violations of the property are 2-75.6.2 for general requirements. Please move forward with the expired permit number 22-4284 by calling the building division at 561-586-1647 and moving the permit into an approved/closed status. 23.4-10E, parking on landscape. Number 1, parking is prohibited on lawns or landscaping areas in all zoning districts. Complied violations of the case are 12-17 garbage cans in public view, 12-18 trash and debris, 2-75.6.6 fire safety requirements, issued courtesy notice for violation hearing on 4/12/2024, re-inspected on 4/30/2024, found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 6/14/2024. Certified mail received on 8/16/2024, posted at property and at City Hall 7/12/2024. Property was last re-inspected on 9/25/2024, found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. The city has not had personal contact with the property owner. Recommendation time is October 11th, 2024, or fine $50 per day. Administrative costs $425.29 to be paid by October 11th, 2024.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Jeff Kretsch.
Hey, Mr. Crush, tell me what's going on.
I don't know what she's talking about. I got rid of a lot of stuff. I got two columns of paint. I got landscape going on. I got more. I just bought a couple weeks ago, a week ago or so.
I think the only,
I don't see what,
well, hold on one second. I think for clarity's sake, I think the only issues that are currently in front of me are this building permit. What's the building permit for?
I think it's for solar panels.
All right, so you have a building permit for solar panels that you haven't, that you let expire, and that you have a vehicle being parked on landscaping. That's it. That's the only things in front of me. The rest of it seems to be compliant.
well, the vehicles, I'm trying to get rid of it, so. I'm trying to get a new truck. Are you talking about my pickup truck in the back of the house?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can move it to the.
You got a truck parked in the back here?
Yeah, but it's out of the way. I'm on the last house on the block. Who's looking at it?
I know, but as a matter of.
And I've been cutting that grass on the side. It's supposed to be an alleyway.
Sir, believe me, I appreciate it, but as a matter of code in the city of Lake Worth, you're not allowed to park vehicles on landscape. That's just the way it is.
So if I move the vehicle and what else now?
And the other thing is the building permit for your solar panels.
Yeah, they never went through with it.
Then you're going to have to contact the building division. They're going to have to go out and inspect it, see that they were never, you never went through with it, and then have it voided.
They checked the boxes and everything. I got all new boxes on that house and everything.
I understand. So you're going to have to contact the building division and get that into a voided status if it wasn't, if the work wasn't performed. Because right now it's just in the expired status.
And where do I go for that?
So this man right back here, Mr. Barry Schultz, you can talk.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna give you till October 24th to bring this into compliance. There's a little bit longer than the city requested, just because sometimes with the permits, it can take a little bit of time to get someone out there. But get that taken care of and move your truck and you're good.
Yeah.
All right.
The whole thing is I gotta get a toad out of there.
Well, I'm gonna give you till the 24th, which is basically a month to figure it out. All right.
Your Honor.
Yep.
We're conferring there may be an error in the code section that was cited.
Oh, okay. What's the error? Sir, hang on one sec. We're not done. Come on back.
Sorry about that.
Just give us a second. They're trying to confirm that the proper code section was cited.
I got paint for the house. I got.
You don't even have to tell me about that. You're not here for any of that. The only thing you're here for are the building permit and the truck on the rest of it looks like it was all complied. Garbage cans complied, trash and debris complied, fire safety complied. So you're all good on that. It's just the truck and the building permit.
Well, I got a few complaints. Can I-
I'm not the right guy for that.
Yolanda, if you want to look at it, I have it pulled up already.
Okay.
If you- Mhm.
All right. So, Your Honor, the code section that was cited for 23.4-10E off-street parking drainage was the wrong section for the truck being parked in the back. The violation still does need to be corrected, but it was improperly cited for this case.
All right, so as a practical matter,
Do
I
have to
can't,
move the truck?
yeah, it's still, you still can't park the truck there, but I'm not gonna give you a deadline for it in this hearing. But what's likely to happen if you don't move it is the city's gonna come out and recite it. And then we're gonna be back here, so
Okay.
you'll probably save yourself a lot of grief and paying another fee for having another hearing if you just move the truck. All right? All right, so in this case, I'm just gonna cite on 275.6.2, which is the expired permit, and I'll give you till October 24th to get that resolved, okay?
And I'm sorry, the daily fine, $50?
$50, yeah.
What?
And the
I
admin
gotta pay a
cost.
fine now?
Yeah.
Can I do that today?
Yeah, if you don't get that resolved by the 24th, there's a daily fine, and of course, there's the cost of this hearing, which is $425.29.
A nice house.
I'm sure it is.
Okay, we're going to go to page 1 of the agenda. Item number 1, case number 20-1117. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 2407 North East Coast Street. Property owner is Augustin Properties LLC, Officer Dale. And just so you're aware, Special Magistrate, after item 1, item 2, it's the same property and the same owner.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. This is a stipulated agreement for lien reduction for case number 20-1117. The City of Lake Worth Beach, Florida the City of Lake Worth Beach has entered into a stipulated agreement with the property owner, Augustin Properties LLC. The persons executing this stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 2407 North East Coast Street in Lake Worth Beach, Florida. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals $17,100, and the owner agrees to pay $1,710 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $1,710, and the owner agrees to make the payment by October 28th, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further action taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $17,100 shall be reinstated.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Yes, sir. My name is Corey Meltzer.
And you're with Augustin Properties?
Yes, Your Honor.
The city is representing that you guys have reached an agreement, as the city said it?
Yes,
Yeah, is that, did the city represent that in the way that you understand it, sir?
yes.
All right, based upon the agreement of the parties, I'm going to reduce the lien to $1,710 payable by October 28th, 2024. If it's not paid by that time, the lien returns to the original amount.
Okay, item number 2, case number 23-1466. It's a public request for a lien reduction at 2407 North East Coast Street. Property owner is Augustine Properties LLC, Officer Dale.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. This is a request for a lien reduction on a repeat case. Repeat case number 23-1466 for property address 2407 North East Coast Street. This case was initiated on July 28th, 2023, and it went to hearing August 31st, 2024. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of sections 2-6.9 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. Repeat violations were 14-35, no active business license. That violation was complied on August 6, 2024. 14-35, use and occupancy inspection. Inspection number 61312 was complied on August 6, 2024. 2-75.6.2, general requirements. That violation was complied on June 28, 2024. 2-75.9, landscaping. That violation was complied on August 6, 2024, and 23.4-4. That violation was complied on June 28, 2024. The property was fined at $250 per day starting on July 28, 2023 until August 6, 2024. The property was out of compliance for 375 days, and the total amount due to the city was $92,750. However, there was a clerical error on the reduction application, which stated a lien amount of $9,000. The correct lien amount is $92,750. The city is willing to reduce the lien amount to $9,000 that was stated on the lien reduction application.
Sir?
Well, sort of terrified by the whole situation. I guess last week I thought everything was resolved. We had agreed, I guess, in writing to reduce, I guess, the second case, just like the first case. We had agreed to reduce it for, I believe, $900. The reason, I guess, it's a repeat case, in the previous case, we had done everything by the deadline, but it was during COVID. And as a result, it took about 5 or 6 months for the permit to be approved. And that's why this has become a repeat case. You know, I guess the other issue here is, I understand notice was sent out. It was sent to our old address. We live out of state. We live in North Carolina. It was sent to our old address in Palm Beach County. The moment we found out about it, I reached out to Ms. Dale and took care of everything as quickly as I possibly could. You know, I can tell you that I tallied it up here, and I have all the receipts as well. I spent $6,609.22 to be in compliance with everything. You know, I mean, basically on my end, and you know, the first time I did everything on time, every single thing that was asked, and the only thing the only thing I had to do was wait on the city because of the permit, because of COVID. And the second time, the moment I heard about it, I took care of everything. I can tell you that when I walked into this, I guess, courtroom this morning, you know, Ms. Dale explained the situation, that, gosh, actually, you know, because last week I thought it was $900. Then I heard, well, you know, because it's a repeat case, it's going to be, you know, we're asking for the $9,000. I was going to lay out that I paid $6,600 towards that $9,000. Then I found out, I guess this morning, Ms. Dale said, actually, it's $92,000. And for me, I never would have let it go at any point in time, unless, I mean, if I knew about it, but I didn't know about it. The moment I found out, I took care of it. So I don't know what else I could have done here. And
Well, my understanding is the city's offering to reduce it from 92,000 to 9,000.
that's what I'm hearing this morning, sir. I mean, I can tell you this. I mean, I was told last week it was going to be $900, and then I was told that, you know, if it's not, you know, that because there's a repeat, because the other case, to come in, bring all the receipts, show everything that you did, and that a reduction off the 9,000 would be considered. I drove 18. I had to drive 18 hours back and forth. I came down just to do this, and I just found out this morning that actually it's a much higher number. I mean, I think that's all correct. Is there any? I don't know what else to say.
What's the city's position? I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but
Lana Bryant, City of Lake Worth Beach, code compliance. The maximum that we're supposed to reduce you down to is $9,200. because your fines are $92,000 for the repeat. We're reducing it because of the clerical error. We reduced it down to 9,000. That's the best we can do. We can't even go any lower than that.
Okay.
Special magistrate can't even order lower than that.
Does it matter that the money I spent for fixing it up or not at all?
Yes, that matters.
Okay, I mean, I have. all
Did
the
you
receipts.
submit? You didn't submit any of the receipts?
I mean, I brought them all with me for the hearing.
I don't think it would make a difference because that comes off before the
Yeah,
reduction, before then the 10% is calculated.
So it'll
So-
still be, you still have a good deal with the 9,000.
Okay, I mean, it is $6,600. I don't know if that,
Off of 92,000.
yeah, well, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I think part of the issue is that I'm at my statutory or ordinance level. I can't go beyond. Let me rephrase that. My authority is granted to me by the code of ordinances of the city of Lake Worth Beach. So I am confined by the authority it grants me. And it does not grant me authority to reduce it beyond 10%,
okay.
unless the city attorney reads it differently than I do.
I do not.
Then I guess I have nothing else to say and thank you for your time.
So I will reduce the fine to $9,000 payable with did we have a date on this?
We didn't because there was no.
I can play around with. How much time do you need?
I'll just take 30 days. The October 28th. or
Yeah, so we'll
whatever.
keep it October 28th. If it's not paid by that date, it returns the original amount, which is 92,750. So you definitely want to stay within that 30 days. Thanks for coming in,
I'll
sir.
take care of it.
Yeah. This is a particularly unique code ordinance. It really is. I've never seen one quite like it.
Okay, we are going to go to page 18 of the agenda, item number 67, case number 24-1920. Property address of 1106 Fourth Avenue South. Property owner is 1106 Fourth Avenue South LLC. Officer Dorcius. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Greetings, owner's name, owner's address have been read into the record and case number. Property location 1106 Fourth Avenue South. This case initiated as internal complaint on September 9th, 2024 as a repeat violator. Repeat violation 15-39, abandoned property. Owner was cited to remove any or all inoperable vehicles or get proper registration. 23.4-19. Owner was cited to screen boats and utility trailer from public view. Owner also was given the outdoor storage and mixed-use districts ordinance code violation. Tenant Norris Auto Repair LLC business license states no outdoor storage. Give me a second.
Are you okay?
Mhm.
Can we just call a different
Yeah.
case? Yeah. Yeah. Have a seat, sir. We'll call you back when she's ready.
Yeah.
Bear with me, let me find the next case here. Okay, we're going to go to page 5 of the agenda, item number 20, case number 24-602. Property address of 1723 17th Avenue North. Property owner is Blas and Yolanda Aguirre. Officer Bryant.
Code Officer Juliana Bryant with the City of Lake Worth Beach. Case was initiated on 4/19/2024 as a field observation. Existing violations of the property are 23.2-21 for a building permit. Apply for, obtain, and pay permit for wooden fence. Complied violations of the property are 12-17 garbage cans in public view, 2-75.6.2 general requirements, 2-75.6.2 B4 overgrown landscape, 23.6-1 landscape regulations, 23.4-4 fences, walls, and gates. Issued courtesy notice for violation hearing on 4/22/2024, re-inspected on 5/24/2024, found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 5/31/2024. Certified mail received on 6/8/2024, posted at property and at City Hall on 6/7/2024. Last re-inspection was on 9/25/2024. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. Recommendation time is January 24th, 2025, or fine $50 per day. Administrative costs $425.29 to be paid by January 24th, 2025.
Ma'am, can you tell me your name, please?
Hi, my name is Mary Aguiar.
And you're the owner of the property, ma'am?
It's my parents are owners.
Parents are the owners of the property.
Yeah. But they don't speak English and
they-
they're actually, and my parents actually don't leave the house because they're ill.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do they know that you're here for them?
Yes, they are.
Okay. If I read this correctly, it's just the fence that's outstanding?
Yes, the permit for the fence.
So the city just says you need to go get a permit.
Yes, and we're getting an owner builder permit, but I need some time to get a surveyor out there to do a survey of the property because that's needed to pull a permit.
How about January 24th, 2025, since that seems to be my date?
That should be fine.
All right. In case 24-0602, I make the following findings, fact, and law. If a notice is sufficient, find the property in violation of listed code sections. Specifically, they need a permit for their fence. The respondent will have until January 24th, 2025 to come into compliance. Look there. Or a fine of up to $50 per day may issue. Everybody assess costs the amount of $425.29. Good luck. I hope your parents are doing okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to page 18 of the agenda, item number 68, case number 24-581, property address of 1819 7th Avenue North. Property owner is 1819 7th Avenue North LLC. Supervisor Hicks.
Apparently.
Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Worth Beach. Case number, owner's name and address have been read into a record. Case was initiated as a field observation on April 17th, 2024 for existing violations of 14-32. Please apply for and obtain the City of Lake Worth Beach business license for the owner, 1819 7th Avenue North LLC, and all tenants that are renting the property for their business. Code section 14-35, please contact and schedule a use and occupancy inspection for the owner 1819 7th Avenue North and all tenants that are renting the property for their business. Code section 15-39, remove all unlicensed and inoperable vehicles from the property or get current registrations. Code section 2-75.6.2, remove all dirt, mold, mildew, grease, peeling paint from structures, garage doors, and bathrooms, and paint as needed. Missing address numbers, please place out address numbers on structure to be visible from public rights of way. Numbers must be at least 6 inches for commercial units. All other violations have been complied or resolved. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on April 24th of 2024. Certified mail was received on May 20th, 2024. Property at City Hall was posted on April 25th of 2024. Last re-inspection was on September 19th when a use and occupancy inspection was done on the property. Photographs have been taken to show the violations. Personal contact has been made with the owner and property management company. City's recommendation time for compliance is October 28th of 2024, or fines of $100 per day, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 28th, 2024. Inside the file is a designation of agent, also the use and occupancy inspection notes, and with what tenants have applied for their business license.
Sir, can you tell me your name?
Jonathan Hoyos, Property Management.
Seems like you got a lot going on here, sir.
Yes, sir. I do.
So the city says that, well, I guess you heard what the city said. So do you think you can bring these things into compliance by October 28th? That's what you asked for, right?
Yes, sir.
We're trying to do everything that he said since October 19. The problem is getting the BTRs. I know some clients are on the property, some of them are not. So I would like to get on 60 days, please. I already put everything what he said, all the exit signs. We're painting the doors right now. We replaced some toilets. Everything looks nice. We put out some plates on the breakers. So
Hold on one
just a
sec. Let
matter
me,
of time,
before we drift off the request. So they're asking for 60 days instead of essentially 30 days.
I'm fine with that. As you see, there's an email sent from zoning of, it's in the file as well, showing who has applied and who has been denied or may not be able to get their license. It's not on that page. It's going to be underneath it. Right there. So everybody who's in red is who has applied and have either been denied or they need to reach back out to zoning.
It sounds like your tenants have a fair amount of work to do.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of which tenants have applied and which ones have not, and which ones have
Yeah.
been denied?
Yes, well, some of them, they lied the first time. I didn't, since I talked to them, they showed me other things. When I talked to the other tenants, they didn't say nothing, they even appeared. I sent a letter, a 7-day cure to them. Then everybody started replying.
I don't envy how difficult this is going to be. I'll give you the 60 days, but that's not a ton of time to get all this done. So you need to stay on top of your tenants and address it with them. All right?
Yes, sir.
November 22nd, Your Honor.
Yeah. All right, case 24-0581. I'm gonna make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is fish from the property in violation of the listed code sections, I adopt by reference the testimony of the code officers, the nature of those violations. I hereby order the respondent to come into compliance by November 22nd, 2024, or a fine in the amount of $100 per day may issue. I assess cost amount of $425.29 to be paid by that November 22nd date. Good luck. I think you're gonna need it.
Sir.
Okay, we're gonna go, stay on that page, but we're gonna go up back to item number 67, case number 24-1920, property address of 1106 4th Avenue South. Property owner is 1106 4th Ave South LLC, Officer Dorcius.
I got it.
Sorry.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedeline Dorcius with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Owner's name, owner's address, and case numbers are already read to the record. Property location, 1106 4th Avenue South. Case was initiated as an internal complaint on September 9th, 2024. Repeat violation 15-39, abandoned property. The property owner was cited to obtain proper registration for all unlicensed vehicles or remove 23.4-19, outdoor storage. Tenant Norris Auto Repair LLC business license states no outdoor storage is allowed. So the property has to remove all the outdoor storage. Any other violations been complied or resolved at this time. Formal notice violation was issued via certified mail on September 10th, 2024. Certified mail received on September 12th, 2024. Property in City Hall was posted on September 10th, 2024. The property has 3 last reinspection dates. The property re-inspected on September 20th, 2024. The city received an email from the property owner stating another thing has been complied. So I went back out on September 24th, 2024 and observed that the tenants had more outdoor storage than stored in front of the property. So I sent the property owner email with photos to allow time for voluntary compliance. Went back out on September 25th of 2024 to see if the vehicles have been removed, and they have not. Photographs of the property has been taken showing the violations. The city had personal contact with the property owner via email. The city recommends repeat violation 15-39 abandoned property and 23.4-19 outdoor storage, fine at $250 per day starting on September 10th, 2024, which is the date the certified letter was mailed out until voluntary compliance, plus administration costs of $425.29 made payable by October 29th, 2024.
When is this, the city seeking to start the fine on September 24th?
September 10th,
September 10th.
the date the letter was mailed out.
Sorry, sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Good morning, Matt Lamar.
So tell me what's going on.
So we worked diligently this year, with Mr. Hicks and Ms. Tyler to get the property in order. We had a couple problem tenants. We got them removed. We have the new tenants in now. All is, seems to be well. They know the rules now. Some of them are pretty new, but they know the rules now. They understand it. I've told them what I was getting when I've sent them the pictures that you sent me, right? They said this stuff comes out during the day. We work on it. We bring it back in. I said, look, it has to be registered. It has to have a plate. These are auto repair, businesses. And they're like, hey, that one doesn't have a bumper on it because we're fixing it. The plate's on the bumper. It's in the shop. We have to move them around during the day. That's what Norris told me. I said, look, guys, I don't want to cause any trouble with your business, but the city has rules, comply. And they said, we'll take care of it. We'll put plates on everything. We'll do it. That was the conversation I had when you sent me the email on the 24th.
Okay.
So I know it wasn't resolved as of yesterday, but I'm actually headed there right now. Check on them, make sure everything's good, make sure the new tenants are aware of what's going on.
All right, so it's not just Norris, but the lawnmower company as well. They cannot store any of their what's the word I'm looking for? Materials outside either, because on their license covers no outdoor
Sure.
storage.
He's aware of that.
Okay.
My understanding of that is that he's bringing things out during the day to work inside and then putting them all away. If that's not the case, I will get on him immediately, but that's what he told me. He said, I wheel this stuff out. I work during the day. I wheel the stuff back in.
So I just caught him at a bad time.
Well, anytime during business hours, right?
Okay.
So he, Monday through Friday, he brings stuff out, he puts stuff in. He's been a long tenant. I know him well, and we've had these discussions with him before. And he said, look, I bring it out, I put it back in. So, but I'll make sure it's taken care of.
City's asking me to fine you $250 a day beginning on the 10th.
That's a lot.
Just to elaborate on outdoor storage, Yolanda Bryan, City of Lake Worth Beach. Your tenant cannot have outdoor storage at any time, not during the day, not at night, not at all. They're not allowed outdoor storage at all. So he cannot wheel it out during the day and put it back. He can't do that. No outdoor storage for the tenant.
Oh, okay. I will make that clear. When he said, look, I wheel it out and I put it back in, I said, okay, that I just wrongly assumed that would be okay. But all right, I'll work with him right now. I'll go over there and let him know that.
Since you're trying to do this, I'm gonna go under what the city's asking. I'm gonna do it at $100 a day, but you're gonna need to get on it because even at $100 a day, that's gonna add up fast.
Yeah, I mean, from the 10th, what's the date today? The 26th?
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay. Is there any possibility of going to maybe $50 a day? I'll go right now, take care of it. I will call you.
Hey, the city asked for
email.
$250. I think I've done you pretty good.
You certainly have. All right.
All right, in 24-19-20, I'm gonna make the following as finding fact of law. I find notice sufficient. I find the property in violation of listed code sections. Assess a fine of $100 per day beginning on September 10th and continuing until the property comes into compliance. And
Your-
cost in the amount of $425.29 payable by 10/29/24.
Your Honor, will you please put on the record that these are repeat violations inside the case that they're
Yeah, let me redo this one.
Thank
All right, in case 24-19-20, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of the listed code sections 1539, 23.4-19. I make further findings that violations constitute a repeat violation of the code of the city of Lake Worth Beach. I hereby assess a fine in the amount of $100 per day beginning September 10th and continuing until the property comes into compliance. I hereby assess cost amount of $425.29 be paid by 10/29/24. Most importantly, you have to let the city know immediately when you're in compliance so they can inspect. Otherwise, the fine is going to run.
I will. You'll hear from me today.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're gonna go to page 6 of the agenda, item number 25, case number 24-1258. Property address of 808 11th Avenue North. Property owner is Harry and Walafin Lichter Trust, Officer Craig. Oh, and he needs to be sworn, sir. He came in late.
Sir, can you raise your right hand for me? You swear affirm the testimony you're about to give will be truthful and accurate under penalty of perjury on the laws of the state of Florida.
I do.
All right. Been sitting a while. My leg just went dead on me here. Wait a second. Okay.
Officer Orlando Curette with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. Owner's name, address, and case number has already been read into the record. This case was initiated on July 17th, 2024 during a field observation. Existing violations are 14-32. Please apply for and obtain a City of Lake Worth Beach business license for owner Harry Lichter. 14-35, please contact our code division to schedule and pass a use and occupancy inspection for owner Harry Lichter. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on July 22nd, 2024. Certified mail was unclaimed, returned to sender, posted at property and city hall on July 24th, 2024. Last reinspection was September 25th, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. Recommendation time for compliance, October 28th, 2024, or fines of $75 per day. Administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 28th, 2024.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Harry Lichter.
So, Mr. Lichter, what do you want to tell me about your property?
Well, first of all, everything was taken care of, except he's got inspected again so I can pay the,
Hold on one second, Mr. Lichter. When was the last time you were at the property?
Yesterday.
And were all these things still out of?
No, sir. The only two, the existing violations are only the business license and the use and occupancy inspection. All other violations were complied.
So you just need your business license, which you're going to need an inspection for.
yeah, I could pay the business license, but he's got to come out and inspect now.
That he does.
Now, where did you send that certified letter? Because I never got that.
Let's see. It was sent to 119 SK Street.
Well, they keep putting SK and some people make mistakes with that. That's why I always write it out, South K Street.
It's probably good to know.
I mean, I bought a car and they mistook it for, what was it? Yes, for a 1 or something, and they just went, they're coming to take my brand new car away. I didn't even get a bill for it. It took me 3 months to correct that. But at
Well,
least
that
they
I
called me up.
probably can't solve for you.
No, I saw that.
You have the recommended time is 10:28.
10:28, yes, sir.
Any reason that can't be done by then?
I don't see why not.
I'll
Have to come
call
out for the
today. He'll come tomorrow, then I'll come pay for it. That's all.
All right, I'll give you till 10:28. And hopefully it'll be resolved and you won't have to see me again, which is
Hopefully.
it's generally a good thing. All right, 24-1258 to make the following findings of fact on life. I notice sufficient to find the property in violation of listed code section, specifically the business license and certificate of use. Respondent has till 10/28/24 to bring the property into compliance, or a fine of up to $75 per day may issue. ISS costs the amount of $425.29. Good luck.
May we take a quick break?
We certainly can. I can't feel my legs.
Okay.
All right, we are in break. I hereby call this meeting back into order. Go ahead.
Case number 22-1915. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 1002 South D Street. Property owner is Malher Antoine, Officer Jones, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Good morning, Court Officer Travis Jones with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The City of Lake Worth Beach, Florida has agreed to a stipulated agreement for a lien reduction with property owner Antoine Maharbi, owner or agent for the owner of the property described below. The persons executing this stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1002 South D Street, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. Owner has otherwise met all of the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinance relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals $28,575, and owner agrees to pay $2,857.50 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $2,857.50, and owner agrees to make payment by October 28th, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement should be null and void, with no further actions to be taken by the city and the existing lien amount of $28,575 shall be reinstated.
All right, in case 22-1915. I hereby reduce the fine from $28,575 to $2,857.50 payable by 10/28/24. It returns to the original amount.
Case number 23-963 is a public request for a lien reduction at 706 South F Street. Property owner is Clear Investments LLC, Officer Jones, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Court Officer Travis Jones with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The City of Lake Worth Beach, Florida has agreed to a stipulated agreement for a lien reduction with property owners Clear Investment LLC, owner or agent for the owner of the property described below. The persons executing this stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 706 Southeast Street North, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinance relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals $16,875, and owner agrees to pay $1,687.50 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $1,687.50, and owner agrees to make payment by October 28th, 2024.
All right, in case 23-0963, I make the following findings of fact, and actually I don't even have to do that. I'm just going to reduce the lien from $16,875 to $1,687.50 payable by 10/28/24. Returns the original amount.
Okay, item number 12, case number 24-1104 is a public request for a lien reduction at 801 12th Avenue South. Property owner is Charles W. Cook Jr. and Brandy Cook, Officer Jones. And they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Good morning, Code Officer Travis Jones with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The City of Lake Worth Beach, Florida has agreed to a stipulated agreement for a lien reduction with property owner Brandy M. Cook and Charles W. Cook Jr. Owner or agent for the owner of the property described below. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter this agreement in bind. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 801 12th Ave South, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. Owner has otherwise met all of the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinance relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals $4,250, and owner agrees to pay $425 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $425, and owner agrees to make payment by October 28, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further actions taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $4,250 shall be reinstated.
All right, in case 24-1104, I hereby reduce the fine from $4,250 to $425 payable by 10/28/24, or the fine will return to the original amount.
Okay, we are going to go to page 15 of the agenda, item number 54, case number 23-2295, property address of 221 North Ocean Breeze. Property owner is Daisy LLC, Officer Dorcius.
Thank you, ma'am.
Case number, I'm sorry. Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorcius with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Case number, owner's name, owner's address, have been read into the record. Property location, 221 North Ocean Breeze. This case was initiated as an internal complaint on December 13th, 2023. Existing violations, 23.2-21, a building permit. The owner was cited to contact any greening and planning and zoning and obtain permits for the garage conversion. All other violations have been complied or resolved at this time. A courtesy notice number 13997 was left at the property on December 19th, 2023. The reinspection occurred on February 28, 2024. Spoke to the property owner via email and scheduled a second reinspection on May 6, 2024. After that second reinspection on May 6, 2024, that reinspection was disapproved and found to be non-compliance, and the performance notice of violation was issued via certified mail on May 8th, 2024. Certified mail was received on May 15th, 2024. The property in City Hall was posted on May 10th of 2024. The property last reinspection date was September 20th of 2024. Photographs of property has been taken showing the violations. The city had personal contact with the owner, but the old owner between December 20th, between December 2023 and February 2024. The old owner sold the property and the deed was switched over on March 24th, 2024. And the new owner was notified of the existing violations on May 8th of 2024. Recommendation time for voluntary compliance will be January 24th of 2025, or pay the cost, administration cost of $425.29 made payable by January 24th, 2025, plus administration cost, plus admin fee of, Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Or pay a daily fine of $75 per day.
All right, so this is a garage conversion.
They converted the garage without a permit. So the complaint originated from Annie Greening with historic.
And to date, there has been
No permits.
permit. Okay.
So according to Annie Greening, The new owner sent them an email, I believe, in June, but never followed back. And they did the same thing. They sent an email to Barry Schultz as well in June, but they never as well followed back, and no permit application has been submitted.
Inquiring about how to get a permit, or was that with the email, or?
I was never told the context of the email. All I was told was they reached out.
All right, but to the best of your knowledge, no permit, that a garage conversion has happened here and no permit has been filed.
That is correct.
Okay. All right, in case 232295, I make the following findings of fact on law. I find notice sufficient to find the property in violation 23.2-21, specifically a garage conversion without a permit. Then has until January 24th, 2025 to bring the property in compliance or fine up to $75 per day mail issue. I hereby assess cost amount of $425.29 payable by 1/24/25.
Okay, next is item
Thank you, ma'am.
50. Next is item 55, case number 24-126, property address of 411 South Federal Highway. Property owner is JCM Real Property Holdings LLC. Officer Dorcius. Yes, 411 South Federal.
South Federal Highway.
Case number 24-126.
JCM Real Property Holdings.
Is it the one up here? Is it up there?
No, I just seen it. Is it? No. Oh, it's in front of me. Let me grab it. Apologies.
No worries.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorcius, the City of Lake River Beach Code Division. Owner's name, owner's address, I've been read to the record. Property location, 411 South Federal Highway. Case initiated as a citizen complaint on January 18th, 2024. Existing violations. Building permit required for the driveway installed without a permit. So this property was red tagged by the building department, but the complaint was actually called in by a citizen. Permit application number 24267 for a paver driveway was submitted on January 29, 2024. The paver driveway application was disapproved by planning and zoning on February 7th, 2024. Notes have been placed in the case file. The owner was also cited to obtain permits for the new door installation observed in the rear. No permit has been submitted for the new door installation. The owner was also cited to remove any vehicle parked on prohibited parking, 23.4-10A3 prohibited parking. On July 20th, 2024, the property owner installed shell rock in the rear without an approved permit. The vehicle has not been removed. Courtesy notice number 14007 was left at the property on January 26, 2024. The property was re-inspected on April 23rd of 2024. Formal notice of violation in here was issued via certified mail on April 29, 2024. On August 2024, the property owner quitclaimed the property from his business name to his personal name. Per Sunbiz, the registered agent for JCM Real Properties Holding LLC is Edward, I cannot say his last name. Same property owner since August 2021. Certified mails was not received. The property in City Hall was posted on May 2nd, the property was posted on May 2nd, 2024, and City Hall was posted on May 3rd of 2024. The property was last re-inspected on September 20th, 2024. Photographs of the property has been taken showing the violations. A site visit was completed with Code Supervisor Bobby Hicks and the property owner on July 29th, 2024. The city had personal contact with the property owner in person as well as via email. Recommendation time for voluntary compliance would be January 24th, 2025, or pay an administration cost of $425, plus administration cost of $425.29, or pay a fine of $75 per day.
All right, so we got a driveway without a permit.
Mm-hmm.
We have doors installed
Without a permit.
And we have parking on unpaved, right?
That's correct. So in my first initial pictures that you can see, he was parked on dirt and bare spots. So then my follow-up pictures, he installed sheer rock, but he did that without a permit. And then he still didn't remove the vehicle,
So he made it worse.
pretty much.
Said you had contact with him. Is he
Yes.
intending to bring this into compliance?
Yes, we spoke to the property owner in person at the property and as well as via email.
And what did he indicate that he was going to do?
He will be submitting the permit application to include the Sheerrock parking that's installed in the back. He will include in his new permit. He will be including the door installation inside of that permit. When I sent an email to the building division on September 17th, 2024, they told me that the permit was not approved and no updates have been made to include the Sheerrock order doors. The Sheerrock order doors.
That sounds like he's got a fair amount to do here. All right, in case 24-126, I make the following findings of fact and law. I notice sufficient enough of the property in violation of listed code section 23.2-21. A driveway installed without a permit, 22.23.2-21. No permit for doors, and 23.4-10 parking on a prohibited surface. Respondent has until October 24, 2025 to bring the property in compliance or a fine of up to $75 per day mail issue. I hereby assess cost amount of $425.29 to be paid by 1/24/25.
Okay, now we're going to go to page 16 of the agenda. Item number 57, case number 24-721. That one has been rescheduled to October 31st. You see that one? Item 57.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to go to item 58, case number 24-825, property address of 707 Lake Avenue. Property owner is Pata Holdings LLC, Officer Dorcius.
Code Officer Fedleen Dorcius, the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Owner's name, owner's address, and case numbers already been read to the record. Excuse me. Property location 707 Lake Ave. Case initiated as an internal license complaint on May 21st, 2024. Existing violations 14-32 business license for property owner Pata Holdings LLC, whose business license expired on September 30th, 2022, and for tenant Lake Restaurant Group. 14-35 to schedule and pass the use and occupancy inspection. Owner Pata Holdings LLC. Last approved inspection was on November 30th, 2018. And tenant Lake Restaurant Group. Failed inspection number 61203 on June 20th, 2024 for the following violations. The property owner needs to have an approved license and inspection in the system, to contact the building division and apply for a commercial sign permit, to repair all leaks from the sink faucets, to secure all loose exit signs, to replace all missing ceiling panels, to replace missing outlet covers everywhere needed, and to cap off any outlet covers that's currently not functional, to remove the graffiti from the dumpster, and to repair the chain link fence. As of this time, 15-43, the graffiti was complied, and 23.4-4 for fences was complied. The existing violation will be 23.5-1 for the signs permit, which the permit application has not yet been submitted.
And
Former notice-
presumably the business license and inspection, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
So they won't be able to get the business license or pass the inspection until they get that sign permit and comply to the other violations.
So business license, inspection, sign permit.
Mhm.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
Former notice of violation was issued via certified mail on June 30th, 2024. Certified mail was received on June 6th, 2024. Property in City Hall was posted on June 5th, 2024. The last reinspection was on September 23rd, 2024. Photographs of the property has been taken showing the violations. The city had personal contact with the tenant only. The city recommendation time for voluntary compliance will be January 1st, 2024. Plus administration costs of $425.29 made by Hable by January 1st, 2024, pay a fine of $100 per day.
You mean January 24th, 2025?
That is correct. Apologies. January 24th, 2025.
No worries. All right, in case 24-825, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice sufficient on the property in violation of code sections 1432, the absence of business license, 1435, the needed inspections, and 23.5-1-B, the signs permits. A sign permit is needed. Respondent has until 1/24/25 to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $100 per day may issue. Hereby assess cost amount of $425.29 to be paid by 1/24/25.
Okay, we're going to go to page 17 of the agenda, item number 60, case number 24-1178, property address of 209 2nd Avenue North. Property owner is 209 North LLC, Officer Dorcius.
Okay.
Code Officer Federline Dorsey, the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division, owner's name, owner's address, owner's case numbers are being read into the record. Property location, 209 2nd Avenue North, case was initiated as a complaint on July 9th, 2024. Existing violations, 14-32, business license, and 14-35, use and occupancy inspection. Property owner failed his inspection on August 15th, 2024 for bare spots, landscape debris, cracks in the stucco. All other violations has been complied or resolved at this time. Former notice of violation was issued via certified mail on July 16th, 2024. Certified mail was not received. Property in City Hall was posted on July 18th, 2024. Property last reinspection date was September 23rd, 2024. Photographs of property has been taken showing the violations. The city had personal contact with the property owner. Recommendation time for voluntary compliance was November 21st, 2024. Pay a fine of $75 per day plus administration cost of $425.29, made payable by November 21st, 2024.
Well, that's very blue, huh?
Yeah.
So we're just talking about the business license and inspection again?
Mm-hmm. So during the reinspection, a lot of the things like it was already done, they just need to call another inspection in so it could be done.
And what was the compliance date here? Or,
November 21st.
all right, in case 24-1178, make the following findings of fact and life fine notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of 1432 and 1435, business license and inspection. Respondent has until November 21st, 2024 to bring the property in compliance or fine of $75 per day may issue. I hereby assess administrative costs of $425.29 payable by 11/21/24.
Okay, item 62, case number 24-1227, property address of 109 South L Street. Property owner is Peter Salzadral, Officer Dorcius.
Greetings, Code Officer Federline Dorsey of the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Owner's name, owner's address, and case numbers are being read to the record. Property location, 109 South L Street. This case was initiated as an internal complaint on July 12th, 2024. Existing violation is 2-75.11, vacant registry registration of unimproved property. The property owner was cited to contact vacant registry and register his or her property vacant. Former notice of violations issued via certified mail on July 16, 2024. Certified mail was not received. City property in City Hall was posted on July 18, 2024. The property last reinspection date was on September 20th, 2024. Photographs of the property has been taken showing the violations. The city had personal contact with the property owner via email. The last contact that was received by this property owner was August 20th, 2024, with no follow-up response. Recommendation time for voluntary compliance would be October 15th of 2024, or pay the fine of $75 per day plus administration cost of $425.29, made payable by October 15th of 2024.
So this is a vacant property?
Yes.
How do we know it's vacant?
I have 2 open liens from this property from a previous case, and I've been dealing with the property, so I know it's currently vacant. And when I sent an email to the owner on August 20th, he still confirmed that the property is still vacant. So I kindly asked him to register it vacant, and he still haven't done so.
So all he has to do to come into compliance is file the registration.
That is correct.
All right, in case 24-1227, to make the following findings of fact and life, I notice is sufficient upon the property in violation of code section 275.11, failure to register a vacant property. Respondent has until 10/15/24 to bring the property in compliance or fine of $75 per day may issue. Hereby assess cost of $425.29 payable by 10/15/24.
Okay, next is item 64, case number 24-1382, property address of 500 First Avenue South, Unit 202. Property owners are Allison, Christine, and Patrick LeLance, Officer Dorcius.
Greetings, Code Officer Federline Dorsey of the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Owner's name, owner's case number, and address are been read into the record. Property location, 500 First Avenue South. This Unit 202. This case was initiated as a PBSO complaint on July 24th, 2024. Existing violations, 14-32, business license, 14-35, use and occupancy inspection. All other violations have been complied or resolved at this time. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on July 29th, 2024. Certified mail was not received. Property in City Hall was posted on August 2nd, 2024. Property last reinspection date was September 9th of 2024. Photographs of the property has been taken showing the violation. The city had personal contact with the property owner via phone. Per the owner, he submitted the license application on September 16th, 2024. When I checked the system, the application has not showed up in the system yet. Recommendation time for voluntary compliance is October 29th, 2024, or pay the fine $75 per day plus administration costs of $425.29 made payable by October 29th, 2024.
Is this a rental property?
That is correct. So when I contacted the property owner, first thing he told me was he wasn't aware that he had to apply for a business license application. Not only that, but the owner's mailing address is in Coconut Creek. So when he was asked who occupied the condo at Lake Worth, he then told me he'll be applying for a business license.
But as far as you know, that hasn't been in the system yet.
No.
All right, in case 24-1382, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice sufficient to find the property in violation of 1432, 1435. Failure to apply for a business license and get an inspection for a rental property. Respondent has until October 29th, 2024 to bring the property in compliance, or a fine of $75 per day may share by assessed cost in the amount of $425.29 to be paid by 10/29/24.
Okay, now we're going to go to page 23 of the agenda. Item number 87, case number 23-1308. This is a request by the city to get authorization of foreclosure for the property at 1407 First Avenue South. Property owner is Marlene O. Delgado, Officer Dorcius.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorcia, the City of Lake River Beach Code Division. Owner's name, owner's case numbers are read to the record. Property location 1407 First Avenue South. This case was initiated as a citizen complaint by an inspector who is no longer with the City of Lake Worth on June 27, 2023. The original cited violations by the previous inspector was 12-17 storage accumulations. That violation was complied on September 9th, 2024. 15-43 graffiti. That violation was complied on May 7th of 2024. 23.2-21 building permit violation. That violation was resolved on September 9th, 2024. 23.4-19 outdoor storage. That violation was complied on September 9th, 2024. 23.4-4 C and D fences, walls, and hedges. That violation was complied on September 27th, 2023. 23.5-1 G signs that are prohibited. That violation was complied on September 27th, 2023. 2-75.9 landscaping. That violation was complied on September 9th of 2024. 14-32 business license. That violation was complied on September 9th of 2024. 14-35 use and occupancy inspection. That violation was complied on September 9th, 2024, when the owner passed inspection number 61922. Their license was placed on hold due to the open lien. The property owner owes the city $10,200. Former notice of request for authorization of foreclosure was issued via certified mail on September 4th, 2024. The certified mails was not received. The property in City Hall was posted on September 6th, 2024. The property last reinspection was on September 9th of 2024. Photographs of the property has been taken. The city had personal contact with the owner. So at this time, the property's their violations from 2023 has all been complied.
They've been complied. They owe $10,200. Do they know that they owe them? I mean, you said you had contact with them. Have you discussed the status of the case with them?
Yes, I have, and I also let them know at this moment they do not qualify for a lien reduction because I found additional violation that they have to comply first. That has nothing to do with this case.
And the current amount of the running fine is $10,200?
Yes, it's no longer running. It stopped as of September 9th of 2024.
All right, case 23-1308. I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the amount of $10,200 proper, and I hereby authorize the city to foreclose that lien.
Okay, we're going to go to page 7 of the agenda, item number 28. Case number 24-1375, property address of 2116 North Dixie Highway. Property owner is Edward T. Wright III and Edward T. Wright Jr. Officer Correct.
Thank you, sir.
Officer Orlando Curette with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. Owner's name, address, and case number has already been read into the record. This case was initiated on July 24th, 2024 during a field observation. Existing violations are 14-32. Please apply for and obtain a City of Lake Worth Beach business license for owner Edward T. Wright. 14-35, please contact our code division to schedule and pass a use and occupancy inspection for owner Edward T. Wright. 23.2-21, the property owner failed to secure a building permit, apply for, obtain, and pick up a permit for water heater. Permit application of number 24-2030 was submitted on September 25th, 2024. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on August 23rd, 2024. Certified mail was delivered on August 28th, 2024. Posted at Property and City Hall on July 25th, 2024. Case has been administratively postponed from July 26, 2024 to September 26, 2024. Last reinspection was on September 25th, 2024 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violation. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. Recommendation time for compliance is October 28th, 2024, or fines of $100 per day. Administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 28th, 2024.
This is a rental property?
Yes, sir.
And how do we know it's a rental property?
It was confirmed by the owner, Edward Wright.
Mr. Wright, did he indicate that he wants to get a business license?
He understands that he needs a business license, but he can't get it because of the violations. There were other violations that he had complied. So he's waiting.
He needs the permit for the water heater.
Yes, sir.
Is he going to be able to do all this by October 28th?
Well, the permit application was submitted on the 25th, yesterday.
Yeah.
It's still application status.
So presumably, once he gets that, then he can then apply for his business license. And you
That's
think
correct.
that's reasonable to do that by the 28th?
Yes, sir, should.
Okay. Case 24-1375, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice suspicion upon the property in violation of 1432 and 1435 of business license and inspection, and 23.2-21, which is a permit for the water heater. Respondent has until October 28th, 2024 to bring the property in compliance, or a fine of $100 per day may issue hereby assess costs on 425.29 payable by 10/28/24. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we're going to go to page 11 of the agenda, item number 42, case number 24-854, property address of 211 South F Street. Property owner is Jacqueline Benz, Officer Domingo.
Thank you, sir.
Carlos Domingo with the City of Lake Worth Beach, code compliance. Case number and owner's name and owner's address have already been read into the record. This case was initiated on May 29, 2024, as a field observation. Existing violations are 14-32, no active business license. 14-35, no active use and occupancy inspection. Owner Benz Jacqueline A. Upon use and occupancy, oh, sorry, not that part. 2-75, driveway has chipping paint. 23.6-1, dirt and bare spots have been replaced with gravel. Property re-inspected on September 3rd, 2024 and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on June 6th, 2024. Certified mail was delivered, posted at Property and City Hall on June 4th, 2024. Last reinspection was on September 3rd, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been made, and yeah, showing the violations have been made. Personal contact with the property has been made as well. The city recommendation time is October 28th, or pay fines of $75 per day after the city's recommendation time for compliance, plus an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 28th, 2024.
Rental property?
Yes, sir.
And how do we know it's still being rented or it's still a rental property?
Because of utilities, active utilities, and owner.
You spoke with the owner?
Yes, sir.
So business license, certificate of use. The driveway has to be painted?
Yes.
You believe all of this can be done reasonably by 10/28/24?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
All right, in case 240854, make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient to find the property in violation of code sections 1432 and 1435, a business license and inspection 2-75.6.2. There's chipping on the painting of the driveway, and 23.6-1 bare spots in the landscaping that need to be remedied. Respondent has until 10/28/24 to bring the property in compliance. A fine of up to $75 per day may issue by assessed cost $425.29 payable by the 10/28/24.
Okay, we're going to go to page 14 of the agenda, item number 51, case number 24-1180, property address of 131 South F Street. Property owner is Joshua P. Samter, Officer Domingo.
Carlos Domingo with the City of Lakewood Beach, code compliance. Case number, owner's name, and owner's address have already been read into the record. This case was initiated on July 9th, 2024 as a field observation, with existing violations being 15-43, please remove graffiti from structure, 2-75.6.2, rotten wood on doors and garage door, please replace and repair all rotten wood, chipping paint, faded and chipping paint. All other violations have been complied. Property re-inspected on August 19th, 2024 and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on July 17, 2024. Certified mail was returned to sender. Posted at property and city hall on July 16th, 2024. Last reinspection was on August 19, 2024 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact with the property owner has not been made. The city recommendation time is October 28th, 2024, or pay fines of $75 per day after the city's recommendation time for compliance, plus an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 28th, 2024.
So let's see, we got graffiti. Is that the 24 that's scribbled on the property or whatever that is?
Yes, sir.
Maybe that's not 24. Maybe it's just a scribble, huh? Rotten wood around the doors in the garage. Guess I can see that. And chipping paint. And you're asking for a compliance date of 10/28. All right, in case 241180, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient from the property in violation of code section 1543, the graffiti on the structure, including the what appears to be numbers on the side, 275.6.2, the rotten wood on the doors in the garage, and the chipped paint. Respondent has till 10/28/24 to bring the property in compliance, or fine of up to $75 per day may issue by assessed cost about $425.29 payable by 10/28/24.
Okay, now we're going to go to page 4 of the agenda. Item number 13, case number 20-161. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 1216 South Dixie Highway. Property owner is James H. and Marta Batsmian, Officer Turek, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Batmazian.
Sue Ella Turek for the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Enforcement. James and Marta Batmazian, owner or agent, hereby stipulate the following matters. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement and bind their respective parties to the terms herein. This is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1216 South Dixie Highway for violations that are now in compliance. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debt due to the city. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code cases. The owner has met all requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $115,000 and $115,050, and the owner has submitted receipts in the amount of $338,472. So the owner agrees to pay zero to settle the lien and release the lien. The city will recommend the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to zero.
It's unusual to go to zero, isn't it?
They had, yes, there's three more cases on this property for lien reduction, but they did a lot of work. Mostly the dumpsters reduced this particular lien.
And the city satisfied with that result?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I'm not gonna second guess the city. I guess in case 200161, I hereby reduce the fine to zero.
Thank you.
Okay, next is item 14, case number 22-1029. It's a public request for a lien reduction at 1216 South Dixie Highway. Property owners are James and Marta Batmazian, Officer Turek, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
I'm sorry, Krista, which case?
That's going to be the 22-1029.
Sue Ella Turk, previously sworn. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind the respective parties to the terms contained herein. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1216 South Dixie Highway. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code cases. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property total $97,000. And the owner has supplied receipts totaling $70,284.89, which brings the lien down to $26,715.11. The owner agrees to pay $2,671.51 to settle the lien. The city will recommend the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $2,671.51, and the owner agrees to make payment by 10/30/24. If the city does not receive payment, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and the existing lien amount of $97,000 shall be reinstated.
All right, in case 22-1029, I reduce the lien to $2,671.51 payable by October 30th, 2024. If not paid by then, returns to the original amount.
Okay, next is item 15, case number 22-1032. It's a public request for a lien reduction at 1216 South Dixie Highway. Property owner is James H. and Marta Batmazian, Officer Turek, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Thank you.
Sue Ella Turek, previously sworn. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement and bind the respective parties to the terms herein. There is a code enforcement lien on the property at 1216 South Dixie Highway. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debt due to the city. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code cases. Owner has met otherwise met all the requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the properties total $97,000. The owner submitted receipts in the amount of $6,182, which brings the lien down to $90,820, and the owner agrees to pay $9,082 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $9,082, and the owner agrees to make payment by 10/30/24. If the city does not receive payment, the existing lien amount of $97,000 shall be reinstated.
All right, 221032, I reduced the lien from 97,000 to $9,082 payable by, let me say, October 30th, 10/30/24. If not paid by that time, the returns the original amount.
Okay, next is item 16, case number 22-1038, public request for a lien reduction at 1216 South Dixie Highway. Property owner is James H. and Marta Batmasian, Officer Turek.
Sue Turek, previously sworn. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement and bind respective parties to the terms contained herein. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1216 South Dixie Highway. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code cases. Owner has otherwise met all requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.31. The lien existing on the property totals $97,000, and the receipts that were submitted total $55,691.94, which brings the lien down to $41,208.56. The owner agrees to pay $4,130.86. The city will recommend the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $4,130.86, and the owner agrees to make payment by 10/30/24. If the city does not receive payment set forth, the existing lien amount of $97,000 shall be reinstated.
In case 221038, I reduced the lien from 97,000 to $4,130.86 payable by 10/30/24. If it's not paid by then, it returns the original amount.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to page 21, item 76, case number 24-955, property address of 1217 South End Street. Property owner is Dirk Durock, Officer Turek.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sue Turek, previously sworn. The property location has already been read into the record. This was a field observation. The case was initiated on 6/11 of 2024. The existing violations are 23.2-21, apply and obtain and pick up permit for a new fence installed in rear without a permit. Courtesy notice was issued on 6/11 and was re-inspected on 6/11 of 24. The formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on 6/18 of 24. Certified mail is still in transit, and the property was posted on 6/20 of 24. The property was re-inspected on 9/19 of 24 and found to be in non-compliance. On 9/25/24, I checked the system and there are still no permits. Photographs have been taken, and I have had personal contact with the owner. And the recommendation of time is October 28th of 2024. And the administrative fee of $425.29 to be paid by October 28th of 2024, and a fine of $75 per day.
So they put up a fence without a permit,
Correct.
and you've spoken to the property
Yes,
owner about it?
and they told me that they were gonna apply for the permit and never did,
And still have not.
and still have not.
It's a nice looking fence.
It is a nice looking fence.
All right, in case 240955, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice sufficient to find the property in violation of 23.2-21, which is erecting a fence without a permit, respondent will have until January 24th, 2025, to bring the property in compliance for a fine of $75 per day may issue, hereby assess costs as $425.29 payable by that January 24th date.
I have corrected that. I know we were doing the January 24th date for the respondents that were here, that I had originally done October 28th, 2024. Forgive me for not.
I think you,
I didn't
oh,
get mine, but-
you want to get, you prefer the October date?
Yes.
Oh.
October 28th.
Well, let me just ask you on the record, is October 28th a sufficient amount of time for them to obtain the permit they need?
Well, since the case was initiated on 6/11, I would say yes.
As a practical matter, I have to determine whether or not from the date that I issue the order that they have a reasonable time to comply, right? I can't issue an order that requires them to do something that they cannot do. So the question I'm asking you really is, if I order them to do this by the 28th, is that something that is reasonable for them to do?
Barry's not here. I guess we could do November 21, 2024.
All right.
That's 2 months.
All right. Let's, I'm going to amend the previous order to make the compliance date November 21st, 2024.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I got to ask.
Okay, next is item number 77, case number 24-1026, property address of 928 South M Street. Property owners is Edward Mato, Officer Turek.
Sue Ella Turek, previously sworn. The property location has already been read into the record. This was a field observation, and the case was initiated on 6/21 of 24. The active violations are 12-18, areas free of trash, garbage, trash, and debris. The owner is responsible for keeping the areas free of garbage, trash, etc. The building permit of 23.2-21 to apply and obtain and pick up a permit for door frame, window frame, or repair and new fence. Violation 23.4-10, off-street parking. Parking is prohibited on lawns and landscaping in all zoning areas. No parking RV on grass in rear must be on an approved surface. All other violations have been complied. The 1432 and 1435, 2-7562, 23-411, and 23-3-7 have all been complied. The courtesy notice was issued on 6/21 of 24, re-inspected on 6/21 of 24, certified mail received on 6/29 of 24. The property was posted on 6/26 of 24, property re-inspected 9/17 of 24, photographs have been taken, and I have had personal contact with the owner, and the recommendation of time is January 24th, 2024. And the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by January 24th, or a fine of $50 per day.
So outstanding is the garbage?
Yes, there's some trash and debris in the front yard. There's a screen, there's a cone. There was a couple of items laying in the front yard.
And the building permit is for that fence?
And the building permit is for the fence, and then I just would like him to repair the window frame and the door frame unless he replaces it. He needs a permit.
Okay, and then the off-street parking?
The camper in the back needs to be on an approved surface.
Okay.
The off-street parking had complied.
So it's the
23-411? Correct.
Okay. So the 23-410 is in compliance.
Correct.
Okay.
Is or isn't?
Yes.
23-410 is? I'm showing it's not.
24-310 is not compliant. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay.
That's the no parking RV on the grass in rear must be on an approved surface. The 23-411 was the one that was complied.
Okay, so that's not.
I got those backwards.
Okay. All right. And you spoke to the respondent and they understand what they need to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, in 24-10-26, to make the following findings of fact and law, I find notice is sufficient. I found the property in violation of 12-18, which is keeping the area free of trash and garbage. 23-221, which is getting a building permit for the fence and other repairs on the property, and 23-410, which is parking the RV on an approved surface. Respondent has till 1/24/25 to bring the property into compliance, or a fine in the amount of $50 per day may issue. I also
That's correct.
assess costs in the amount of $425.29 payable by January 24, 2025.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go to page 1 of the agenda.
One.
Page 1.
We're going backwards.
Backwards.
I feel like I'm going back in time again. All right.
Almost. Item number 3, case number 23-1641. It's a public request for a lien reduction at 1221 North Federal Highway. Property owner is VUPPN LLC, Officer Dale, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Letisa Dale with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. The owner's name and case number has been read into the record. The City of Lake Worth Beach has entered into a stipulated agreement with the property owner, VUPPN LLC. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. The owner has otherwise met all of the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals $3,075, and the owner agrees to pay $307.50 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $307.50, and the owner agrees to make payment by October 28, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, with no further action to be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $3,075 shall be reinstated.
All right, in case 23-1641, I reduced the lien from $3,075 to $307.50 payable by October 28, 2024. If not paid in that time, it returns the original amount.
Okay, item 4, case number 24-477 is a public request for a lien reduction at 1715 Lavue Avenue. Property owner is Jerry Stenbar, Officer Dale, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Thank you.
Officer Letisa Dale with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. The owner's name and case number has been read into the record. The City of Lake Worth Beach has entered into a stipulated agreement with the property owner, Jerry Steinbarn. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1715 Lavue Avenue in Lake Worth Beach. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals $2,025, and the owner agrees to pay $202.50 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered, reducing the lien to $202.50, and the owner agrees to make payment by October 28, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, with no further action to be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $2,025 shall be reinstated.
All right, in case 24-0477, I hereby reduce the lien from $2,025 to $202.50 payable by October 28, 2024. If it's not paid by that time, it returns to the original amount.
Okay, page 8, item 31, case number 24-517, property address of 628 North B Street. Property owner is Derek Williams, Officer Dale.
Officer Letisa Dale with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. The owner's name, address, and case number has been read into the record. This case was initiated as a field observation on April 1st, 2024. Existing violations are 12-18, garbage, trash, and debris, 2-75.6.2 B4, overgrown landscape, 23.2-21, permit needed for installation of the fence in front of the property installed with no permit, and shed, a permit is needed for the shed or accessory structure. As of September 25th, 2024, no permit application has been submitted. 23.4-4, wooden fence and disrepair. The property is re-inspected on August 20th, 2024, and found to be in noncompliance. A formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on July 15th, 2024, and the certified mail was returned. The property was posted at the property in City Hall on July 22nd, 2024. The last reinspection was on September 18, 2024, and found to be in noncompliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been no personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is November 21st, 2024, with a $50 per day fine and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by November 21st, 2024.
All right, so we got trash and debris on the property. And then there's overgrowth on the property? The
Yes.
landscaping?
Yes, if you look inside the,
Yeah, I see it. I guess we have two fence issues, right? We got a disrepaired fence in the rear, and then we have a new fence
in the front.
in the front
Mhm,
without a permit.
correct.
All right. And you've had no contact with the owner of the property?
No contact with the owner.
All right. Certified mail was returned, but was posted, the property and City Hall were both posted, okay. All right, in case 240517, I make the following findings of fact and life. I notice sufficient on the property in violation of 1218, the trash and debris on the property, 2-75.6.2, the overgrowth of the landscaping, and 23.2-21, the installation of a fence without a permit, and 23.4-4, the wooden fence in the rear of the property is in disrepair. Respondent has until 11/21/24 to bring the property into compliance or fine of $50 per day may issue. I hereby assess cost the amount of $425.29 payable by 11/21/24.
Okay, page 9, item number 36, case number 24-1404. Property address of 1101 9th Avenue North, also known as North F Street. Property owner is Canopus Investment Group LLC. Officer Dale.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. The owner's name and case number has been read into the record. I do want to state that this property is an unaddressed parcel, and the city has gone through standard process to assign address and notify Papa of the address update and to notify the owner as well. This case was initiated as a field observation on July 26, 2024. Existing violations are 2-75.6.2 B4 overgrown landscape, 23.4-10A3 vehicles or trailer parked on the landscape, and 23.6-1 bare dirt spot areas on the landscape. The property was re-inspected on August 21st, 2024 and found to be in noncompliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on July 30th, 2024, and the certified mail was returned. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on August 1st, 2024. The last re-inspection was on September 18th, 2024 and found to be in noncompliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been no personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is October 30th, 2024 with a $100 per day fine and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 30th, 2024.
Is this a vacant lot?
It is.
Just looks like people are dumping trash on it, huh?
Yes, it has a homeless camp on it now, so it's really bad.
And you've had no contact with the owners?
No contact.
So 27562, that's the overgrown landscaping, which I can see. 23.4-10 that's whatever is parked over there, huh? Is that
The
like a
trailers.
trailer?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then the absence of landscaping.
yes, the bare dirt areas.
Probably could have cited a few more here.
So I couldn't because they already have a case, of open lien on those violations, so I couldn't recite them.
Fair enough. All right. In case 241404, I make the following findings of fact and life. I notice is sufficient. I found the property in violation of the listing code sections 275.6.2 B4, which is overgrown landscaping that's not being maintained. 23.4-10A3, which is the trailer parked on the property, and 23.6-1, which is the landscaping, which is bare in some of the areas on the property. Respondent has until 10/30/2024 to bring the property in compliance or a fine of $100 per day may issue hereby assessed administrative cost the amount of $425.29 payable on 10/30/24.
We're going to go back to page 4.
See, I don't like it when you say back.
I think this is the last time we have to go back. I think. I'm not going to promise.
Back it is.
Item 17, case number 24-684. This is a public request for an extension of time for compliance at 1630 North Ocean Breeze. Property owner is Patrick Elber, Officer Bryant.
Thank you, ma'am.
Code Officer Juliana Bryant for the City of Lake Worth Beach. Property address 1630 North Ocean Breeze. Case was initiated on 5/3/2024. Case went to hearing on 7/25/2024. Fines were scheduled to begin accruing on 8/30/2024. Owner is requesting an extension of time of 60 days, which would make the new compliance date 10/30/2024. All violations of case have been complied at this time. Currently, the city is not in favor of this extension.
So the city opposes the extension?
Yes.
What's outstanding at this point?
Nothing.
So what are they trying to extend? I'm sort of confused here.
So it was supposed to go into daily fines on 8/30/2024 is when the reinspection, the post-hearing inspection was conducted. It was out of compliance for 4 days, came into compliance on 9/4/2024. So those 4 days of being out of compliance, they want to basically extend the compliance date so there would be no fines.
When did they file this request for an extension?
I believe it should be on that paper right there.
Down at the bottom.
Oh, okay, so they filed this, so the day before they were due, they filed the request for an extension. And they were 4 days late, huh? So tell me why the city is opposed.
Because I attached the email from Miss Yolanda Bryant. It's because the violations are minor and they could have been corrected without going to hearing. The case was initiated in May. The owner was cited for minor violations. The final violation was complied on 9/4/2024, and the owner received more than a reasonable amount of time for compliance.
What were the violations?
It was a home occupational license and overgrown landscape.
How long did they have to do it?
They had, so it was initiated in 5/3/2024, and then a formal notice of violation and hearing was issued on 5/9/2024. The certified mail was received on 5/23/2024, and the hearing date was 7/25/2024.
So they had like 3 months.
Mhm.
That's plenty of time. Motion denied.
Page 6, item number 22, case number 24-885. Property address of 1227 Northeast Street. Property owner is Atlantic Solar LLC. Officer Bryant.
Code Officer Juliana Bryant for the City of Lake Worth Beach. The case was initiated on 6/3/2024 as a citizen complaint. Existing violations of the property are 12-17 garbage cans in public view, 14-32 for a business license. Please apply for obtain a City of Lake Worth Beach business license, 14-35 use and occupancy inspection, and 2-75.6.2 general requirements for please remove all dirt/mildew buildup from all areas of property to include concrete brick wall to the north side of property and pavement in the rear of property. And number 2, damage of driveway needs to be repaired. Complied violations of the property are 23.2-21 for a building permit. Formal notice of violation hearing was issued via certified mail on 6/6/2024. Certified mail received on 6/17/2024. Posted at property and at City Hall 6/21/2024. Last reinspection was on 9/25/2024. Found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. The recommendation time is October 28th, 2024, or fine $75 per day. Administrative costs $425.29 to be paid by October 28th, 2024.
Yeah, that driveway's bad.
Yeah.
You think 1 month is enough time for that?
So I originally cited them to resurface and reseal, but then they said that are there any other options? And I asked the building division, and a repair would be I have an email from the building division. A repair will fix it. So that would just be filling those holes.
That can be repaired.
That's what the building division has told me.
Well, far be it me to second guess. I don't know, that looks pretty bad, but I'm gonna presume the building department knows what they're talking about. All right, in case 240885, I make the following findings, fact and law. I find notice is sufficient from the property in violation listed code sections. I adopt by reference to testimony of the code officer as the nature of those violations. Respondent has until October 28th, 2024 to bring the property in compliance, or a fine of $75 per day may issue. I hereby assess cost of $425.29 payable by October 28th.
Item 23, case number 24-886, property address of 1228 North East Street. Property owner is Venus and Mars Investment Group, LLC. Officer Bryant.
Thank you, ma'am.
Code Officer Juliana Bryant for the City of Lake Worth Beach. Case was initiated on 6/3/2024 as a citizen complaint. Existing violations of the property are 14-32 for a business license. Please apply for and obtain a City of Lake Worth Beach business license. 14-35 use and occupancy inspection. Please contact our code division to schedule and pass a use and occupancy inspection. 23.2-21 for a building permit. Apply for, obtain, and pick up a permit for interior renovations. Complied violations of the property are 12-18 trash and debris, 2-75.6.2 general requirements, 23.4-11 trailer, and 23.4-10B parking on the landscape. Issued formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 6/6/2024. Certified mail received on 6/17/2024. Posted at property and at City Hall 6/21/2024. Last reinspection was on 9/25/2024. Found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violation. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. Recommendation time is January 24th, 2025, or fine $75 per day. Administrative cost $425.29 to be paid by January 24th, 2025.
This is a rental property?
Yes.
And you talk with the owner that's renting the property?
Yes.
What's I guess there was interior renovations. Can you tell me what that was?
Yes, so I added an email to I think it's behind the sheet you're reading right now, from a building inspector. We went to the property for a use and occupancy inspection yesterday, and it did not pass. But I brought the building inspector with me. He wasn't able to get inside the property because there was the person who met us at the inspection did not have the keys, but he looked inside the window and confirmed that there were renovations. I tried to add some pictures of what he was talking about to the most recent photos.
I'll take your testimony for it. All right, in case 240886, I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of listed code sections. I adopt by reference to testimony of the code officer as the nature of those violations. Give the respondent until January 24th, 2025 to bring the property in compliance, or a fine in the amount of $75 per day may issue. Assess cost at $425.29 payable by January 24th, 2025.
We're going to go to page 21 now. Item number 78, case number 24-1210, property address of 601 Lucerne Avenue. Property owner is Lucerne Avenue Development, LLC. Officer Tyler.
You got the last spot, did you?
Almost.
No, we still got Bobby.
Okay.
Second to last.
Officer Tyler, City of Lake Worth Beach, code compliance. Owner's name, case number, and address have been already read on the record. This was initiated as a vacant property registry case on July 11th, 24. Existing violations 2-75.11. Please apply for and obtain vacant property registration for the vacant parcel. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on July 15th, 2024. Certified mail last noted in transit July 21st, 2024.
Posted at property in City Hall, July 17th, 2024. Property was last re-inspected on September 23rd, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact was made with the owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until October 17th for compliance or pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 17th, 2024.
So the violation alleged here is that they didn't register this as a vacant property?
Correct. It's actually a total of 3 lots, which I also have here. It's the same violation for the lots to be registered as vacant. They were also offered the opportunity to apply for a business license instead for the structure that was there, but neither has been done.
So there's one, so the 3 lots, there's a structure that is across 3 lots or is it?
So the structure sits on Lake Avenue and the parking lots on the rear on Lucerne Avenue.
So either way, in this particular case, the property is in fact vacant. There's nobody on it.
Correct. It's just parking lots. It's vacant.
Okay, have you talked to the owner of the property?
Yes.
And have they indicated they want to do something or they're?
Our initial conversation was for them to obtain a business license for the parking lots. That was back in April.
Solve the problem.
And that was back in April, but they have not applied for the license, nor have they decided to do the vacant registry either.
Seems like they got to do one or the other, huh?
Correct.
That's
Okay.
a simple process, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, in case 24-12-10, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient from the property in violation of code section 2-75.11, failure to register a vacant lot. Respondent has until October 17th to bring the property in compliance, or fine of $75 per day may issue. I hereby assess administrative cost of $425.29 payable by October 17th.
Item 79, case number 24-1211, property address of 605 Lucerne Avenue, property owners Lucerne Ave Development LLC, Officer Tyler.
Officer Tyler, City of Lake Worth Beach, code compliance. This was a vacant registry case initiated July 11th for 2-75.11. Obtained the vacant property registration for the vacant parcel. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail July 15th, 24. Certified mail last noted in transit July 21st of 24. Posted at property in City Hall July 17th of 24. Property was last re-inspected on September 23rd of 24 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had contact with the owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given it until October 17th of 24 for compliance or pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 17th.
So this one just looks like a bunch of bushes property.
It's the parking lot right next to 601. So it's 601, 605, and 607. There are 3 total parking lots. It's the same violation for all 3. Same
Weird that
owner.
they're separate parcels, huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure there's an interesting land use history to this case, huh? All right, case 24-1211, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient from the property in violation of code section 2-75-0.11, which is failure to register a vacant lot. Respondent has till October 17th, 2024 to come into compliance or a fine of $75 per day. Will issue. I hereby assess cost of $425.29 payable by October 17th.
Item 80, case number 24-1212, property address of 607 Lucerne Avenue. Property owner is Lucerne Ave Development LLC, Officer Tyler.
Owner's name, address, case number have been read on the record. Officer Tyler, City of Lake Worth. This is a vacant property registry case initiated July 11th of 24 for existing violation 2-75.11 to obtain a vacant property registration. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail July 15th, 2024. Certified mail last noted in transit July 21st, 2024. The property in City Hall was posted July 17th, 2024. Property was last re-inspected on September 23rd of 24 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had contact with the owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until October 17th of 24 to comply or pay the fines of $75 per day. City is also asking that the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by October 17th, 2024.
All right, in case 24-1212, I make the following findings of fact and life. I notice it's sufficient to find the property in violation of code section 2-75.11, specifically failure to register a vacant parcel. Respondent has until October 17th, 2024 to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $75 per day may issue. I hereby assess costs of $425.29 payable by October 17th.
Page 22, item 81, case number 24-1213, property address of 826 Lake Avenue. Property owner is Codner Real Estate Holdings LLC. Officer Tyler.
Officer Tyler, City of Lake Worth Beach. Owner's name, address have been read on the record. This is a vacant registry case initiated July 11th of 24 for 2-75.11 for vacant property registration. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail July 15th of 24. Certified mail was delivered July 18th of 24. Posted at property in City Hall July 17th of 24. Property was last re-inspected on September 23rd of 24 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact was not made with the property owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until October 17th of 24 for compliance or pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by October 17th of 2024.
This is another vacant lot, huh? Different owner this time, huh?
Yes.
All of hers are going to be vacant lots.
All right, in case 24-1213, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, I found the property in violation of 2-75.11, which is failure to register an unimproved property. Respondent has until October 17th to bring the property into compliance or fine of up to $75 per day may issue by assessed cost of $425.29 payable by October 17th.
Item 82, case, bless you. Item 82, case number 20, I wasn't sure what that was. Item 82.
Was a sneeze.
Case number 24-1217, property address of 525 North H Street. Property owner is James Allen, Officer Tyler.
Sorry. Okay. Owner's name, address, and case number have already been read on the record. This is a vacant property registry case initiated July 11th, 24 for existing violation 2-75.11 for vacant property registration. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail July 15th of 24. Certified mail was returned September 16th of 24, posted at property in City Hall July 17th of 24. Property was last re-inspected on September 23rd of 24 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact was not made with the property owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until October 16th, 2024 for compliance or pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by October 16th, 2024.
Any reason that we're going for the 16th instead of the 17th?
By zone, initially there was 25 cases and I divide them by zone. So they all have been given 10 days or more to comply.
Same hearing date though, right? So why would I give it any different than any other property that came?
I also have to factor in days that we are not in the office and weekends as well. And also to make sure that I'm not like putting too many inspections in one day.
All right, fair enough. I buy that one. And you said you hadn't spoken to this.
No.
Just looks like a grassy field, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, case 24-127-1217. Having trouble with the English language today. 24-1217. I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, I find the property in violation of code section 2-75.11. I order the respondent, which is failure to register a property that is vacant. I give the respondent till October 16th, 2024 to come into compliance or fine of $75 per day may issue. Hereby assess costs in the amount of $425.29 payable by October 16th. Boy, that was hard to come out.
We're almost done. Okay, we
Running out
have
of steam.
item 83, case number 24-1218. Property address is 1101 9th Avenue North. Property owner is Canopus Investment Group, LLC. Officer Tyler. This property is also known as North F Street.
Owner's name, address, and case number have been read on the record. 1101 9th Avenue North. Property is an unaddressed parcel. The city has gone through standard processes to assign address and notify Papa of the address update and to notify the owner as well. So it's a vacant registry case initiated on the July 11th of 24 for existing violation 2-75.11 for vacant property registration. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail July 15th of 24. Certified mail was delivered July 18th of 24. Posted at property in City Hall July 17th of 24. The property was last re-inspected on September 23rd of 24. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact was not made with the property owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until October 16th of 24 for compliance to pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 16th, 2024.
So this is just a vacant parcel with trees and bushes on it?
There.
All right, case 24-1218, I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, I find the property in violation of 275.11, which is failure to register a vacant parcel. Respondent has until 10/16/2024 to bring the property in compliance or fine up to $75 per day may issue. Hereby assess costs in the amount of $425.29 payable by 10/16.
Item 84, case number.
Back on stride.
Case number 24-1219, property address of 205 North C Street, property owner Bantacrator Trust, Officer Tyler.
Officer Tyler, City of Lake Worth Beach. The case number, owner's name, and address has already been read on the record. I also want to put on the record that the current owner of this property did change the name of the business, but it is still the same owner of both. This was initiated on July 11th, 2024 for 2-75.11, registering the property as vacant. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail July 15th of 24. Certified mail was delivered July 18th of 2024. Posted at property in City Hall July 17th of 24. The property was last re-inspected on September 23rd of 24. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact was made with the property owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until October 16th of 24 for compliance to pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by October 16th, 2024.
So tell me about the contact you had with the owner.
Sorry.
This owner was made aware back in July. After she received her notice, she changed the name of the business that was tied to the property. She changed the deed. I believe she had the deed recorded later after we initiated the case on her. So she's fully aware. She's just not wanting to do the registration for the property.
That seems odd to me. It's a pretty easy thing to do.
Yes.
So in this case, I'm looking at your pictures here. It looks like there is a structure on this property, but is it a vacant structure?
Yes, it is currently under construction. She was notified that even though it is under construction with approved permits, it still need to be registered as vacant until it is occupied and has the proper license.
All right. Seems like you did what you were supposed to. Case 24-1219. I make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I found the property in violation of 2-75.11, which is failure to register a vacant property. Respondent has until October 16th to bring the property in compliance or fine of up to $75 per day may issue. I hereby assess costs of $425.29. All right. Payable by October 16th.
Item 85, case number 24-1220, property address of 7 North B Street. Property owner is 7 North B LLC. Officer Tyler.
Officer Tyler, City of Lake Worth Beach, owner's name, address has been read on the record. This is a vacant property registry case initiated July 11th of 24 for existing violation 2-75.11 to obtain vacant property registration. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail July 15th of 24. Certified mail was returned July 29th of 24. Posted at property and city hall on July 17th of 24. Property was last re-inspected on September 23rd of 24 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact was not made with the property owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until October 16th of 24 for compliance or pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 16th of 24.
So no structure here. This just looks like an empty property. Well, empty and full of garbage.
Yes.
Did you say you would have any contact with the owner here?
No.
Looks like the certified mail was returned. You posted the property in City Hall.
Yes.
All right, in case 24-1220, make the following findings of fact and law. I notice is sufficient. I found the property in violation code section 2-75.11, which is failure to register a vacant property. Respondent has until October 16th to bring the property in compliance or fine in the amount of $75 per day may issue. Hereby assess cost in the amount of $425.29 payable by October 16th.
Item 86, case number 24-1257, property address of 1528 Cochran Drive. Property owner is Lake Osborne Cochran Trust. Lee Abraham as trustee. Officer Tyler.
Officer Tyler, City of Lake Worth Beach. Case number, owner's name and address have already been read on the record. This is a vacant property registry case that was initiated July 15th of 24 for existing violation 2-75.11 to obtain vacant property registration. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail July 17th of 24. Certified mail was returned July 22nd of 24, posted at property and city hall July 25th of 24. Property was last re-inspected on September 23rd of 24 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact was not made with the property owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until October 10th of 2024 for compliance or pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 10th, 2024.
October 10th is a week less than the rest of the people you've been giving.
Right, it's still within giving them at least the 10 days to come into compliance and also factoring in when the city is open and the amount of inspections for that day already
And you
scheduled.
still think that's a sufficient amount of time for them to get this into compliance?
Yes, sir.
So this one, the certified mail was delivered
Yes, sir.
and they never reached out to you.
No.
All right, in case 24-1257, to make the following findings of fact and law, I find notice is sufficient for the property in violation code section 275.11, specifically the failure to register a vacant property. Respondent has until October 10th, 2024 to bring the property in compliance or fine of $75 per day may issue. Hereby assess costs and $425.29 payable by October 10th.
Last time we're going back
Hmm.
to page 2.
To 2.
Page 2, item number 9, case number 23-1360 is a public request for a lien reduction at 1125 North K Street. Property owner is Richard A. Beckman, Supervisor Hicks. Oh, this is, I said that, public request for a lien reduction. They entered into a stipulated agreement.
Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Worth Beach. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter to this agreement. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1125 North K Street. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts and dues to the city, and all administrative costs assessed in underlying code compliance cases for lien have been paid. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met all requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $2,775, and the owner agrees to pay $0 to settle and release the lien, as the owner has given us receipts entering the amount over the $2,775. The city has recommended special magistrate in order reducing the lien to $0. If all conditions of the stipulated agreement are met upon their request, the city shall issue a release of lien executing to the mayor and city clerk.
All right, I hereby release the lien to $0.
Page 19, item 70, case number 24-867, property address of 3551 23rd Avenue South. Property owner is Lake Worth Property Owner, LLC, Supervisor Hicks.
Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Worth Beach. Case number, owner's name, and address have been read into the record. This was on a field observation that was initiated on May 31st of 2024. Existing violations are 12-18 to remove all garbage, trash, and debris from the property perimeter. 15-39, please remove all unlicensed and inoperable vehicles from the property. 2-75.6.2, replace all damaged framing around bay doors. Install unit numbers on south side, which is the rear of the building. For each unit number, it needs to be at least 6 inches. 12-7, please contact Public Services for assistance with obtaining a dumpster enclosure permit. 14-32, please apply for and obtain a City of Lake Worth Beach business license for the owner, Lake Worth Property Owners LLC, and all tenants. 14-35, please contact Code Division and schedule and pass the use and occupancy for the owner and all tenants. All other violations have been complied. Official notice of violation was sent via certified mail on June 5th of 2024. Certified mail was received on June 8th of 2024, and City Hall and property were posted on June 6th of 2024. Last reinspection was on September 25th of 2024 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs have been taken to show the violations. I did not have personal contact with the property owner, but with the tenants. The city's recommendation time for compliance is October 28th of 2024, or fines of $100 per day, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by October 28th of 2024. All the tenants have business license. They just need to schedule and pass their inspection, but they will not pass the inspection until the property owner even applies for a license, and he hasn't even applied.
So the property owner needs a business license to commercially rent these to these businesses.
Correct. So these
and even
tenants
though the
have-
businesses have applied for their licenses, the property can't be cleared because the property owner hasn't.
Correct. And all these tenants have been in the owner purchased the building with the tenants in there, so they all have approved license. They're just due for their inspection, and they won't pass their inspection because the owner doesn't even have a license.
Well, that's a sticky wicket, huh? And you've had no contact with the
Not
owner?
with the owner, no, sir.
Did the tenants know how to reach the owner?
I did speak to what's his name here? He's in Unit 1, which is Javier Ku Auto Repair, and he was reaching out to the owner, but I haven't heard anything since.
You think October 28th is sufficient amount of time for this?
As long as he applies for his license, because most of the violations are complied. They just got to fix some trimming around the doors, put the address numbers on the back, and the tenants need to pass their inspection.
But you still prefer the October deadline?
I do. Just because I've had no contact and the case was opened up in May.
Fair enough. All right, in case 240867, I make the following findings of fact and law. I found notice is sufficient. I found the property in violation of listed code sections. I adopt by reference the testimony of the code officer, code supervisor as to the nature of the violations. I hereby give the respondent till October 28th, 2024 to come into compliance or a fine in the amount of $100 per day may issue, except for I hereby assess cost the amount of $425.29, all payable by October 28th, 2024.
That concludes our agenda, so.
Does it really? All right, seeing that there is no further business before us, we are adjourned.